As this is a live stream, the exact nature of the game is always up in the air, but tonight's episode comes with possible content warnings for eyes, mind control, abusive relationships, and familial death. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Alterra, headquarters of the mad capitalist. I'm your host and games master for the evening, James Robertson, and joining me, as ever, this evening, is there life on Mars? Ben playing Pizzazz, the gnome wizard.
Greetings.
Ashes to Ashes. Bob plays as Lanwar, the Fearbog druid.
Hello.
We can be heroes. Neil as Dion, the Half-Orc ranger.
Hey.
And error message 404, loop not found. TR playing as Glack, the Kobold Cleric.
Oh, that kind of hurts. Okay.
All of them have a theme this week. Last week, the gang fought an epic combat with an Elithalich, or Alhun, try saying that 5 times faster, named Nyalur, who was the second in command of the Buttercup Guild. After nearly disintegrating Pizzazz and eating Lanwar's brain, only 2 disintegrate spells in a row from our favourite gnome wizard saw off the aberration, though the fight only ended after Glack was almost taken over by an intellect devourer. The party gathered their resources, grabbed the Lich's leftover equipment and trapped phylactery from a deadly well of acid, and headed through to find Bragg and 2 others hooked up to an ooze matrix. The party plugged in and realized that Bragg was trapped, looping the worst day of his life, that of his mother's assassination, over and over again. The only way out was seemingly to break the loop. But how to do it was anyone's guess, especially since whenever the party changed the memory significantly, the system seems to break down a little more. And that's where we pick up today.
Right, so there were 2 other pods out there, weren't there? So what if they're in here with us? Did we actually look at these?
One of them was a dragonborn.
No, so the pods outside,
Mhm.
only a couple of you glanced at those. Most of you were gathering furniture, really, and equipment and stacking it against the door to keep other people in the base out. But you do recall there was a what looked to be an elven woman with sort of coppery skin, dark hair, and there was, now I wrote this down. Yeah, so it was an attractive looking half elf and with coppery skin and a what looked like a drow or a half drow perhaps.
And did they look like some of the people coming out of Bragg's tent? From vague recollection.
There is a dragonborn, oh fuck, I've quite forgotten. There was a bronze or copper dragonborn. There was a dryad. There was a drow woman or a dark elf woman, and there was a half elf. Yes.
I do believe last time you said that I noticed 2 of them kind of a bit more suspicious with my...
Yeah, they were looking up at the sky once
Yes.
the loops changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said...
the 2 elven individuals did that.
Yeah. Lan noticed at least one of them looking at Pizzazz while he was raining fire down on the camp.
Mm.
Do you remember which one it was?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was. It was the 2 I've already described.
Right.
The drow and the half elf. We're doing that.
And I'm still a giant eagle flying about the place.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, considering I can do it to up to 8 hours.
That's impressive.
Strong wings.
8 hours.
But I believe you had just looped for the third time.
Mhm.
And the air was, it was a fairly bright day. The sun was shining down. There was the smell of sort of anticipation in the air. I believe Glack had just run over here and had stolen the gong from the gong ringer,
Oh yeah.
and had announced the presence of the northern tribes attacking the camp, or making ready to attack the camp,
Oh, yeah.
which had sent the camp into a furor.
Actually, 6 hours, sorry.
And people essentially are just charging out of their tents. A couple of them are half dressed, a couple of them are fully dressed and ready, holding sharpening stones in one hand and axes in another. You hear a scream of, "Wait, what? That's supposed to be later. Oh, flipping heck!" And you hear Bragg make his way through the tent, grab like an axe, and come on out of the tent. It's not the massive one that you're used to him wielding.
Yeah.
Similarly, striding out of the command tent.
Was that young
is
or older Bragg
young?
saying that?
Young Bragg. Young Bragg. Similarly, making their way out of the command tent, fully dressed in furs and leathers, embroidered with all sorts of just like scratches from dozens of battles, and a gleaming sort of devilish face on the chest of it is Bragg's mother, holding an enormous sword that's it's the blade of it's at least twice as long as Pizzazz is. It's a massive sword. But she starts making her way through the camp and shouting orders: gather up the horses, gather up everything. If it's a fight they want, it's a fight they'll receive. What are you doing? Glack is near at hand, still ringing the gong. You're all sort of in hiding by the gate, near the stables.
Well, I think I'd still be up in the air somewhere flying. But I'll say I'm flying near them now.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep my vantage point for doing good perception over the field.
Yeah, cool. Anyone else? We'll see you land on like a flagpole or something.
It's all everyone else will hear.
That's going to try and hide over here on the bluffs to try and see any kind of weird movement, but trying to hide first.
Okay, roll me a stealth check while Pizzazz and Dion. Glack has run away. Lanwar's sort of landed on top of a flagpole nearby. The camp is looking to sort of get ready to break and head out to fight.
Okay. Pizzazz will stow his broom and try intermingle with the people running around. He'll grab like a spear or something, put a pan on his head, and just start running around.
Okay, make a performance check for me
Performance.
to just blend in. And Dion, you can do it with advantage since they're not noticing you.
Okay. 19, not bad.
Awesome. Yeah, you grab what looks to be just a sort of metal hat from nearby, jam it on your head, and you look around. You frantically grab a big like scythe that they were clearly using just to cut hay, but there's no other sort of weapons nearby. You just sort of grab that. It functions as a dagger, so you're technically proficient in it, and you just sort of start milling around. You go unnoticed. Dion, yourself, how are you? Are you interacting at all, or are you just staying hidden?
I'm gonna stay hidden and see how everybody reacts.
All right, roll me a stealth check, please.
Oh, Dion.
So as you're hiding in these stables, tell me how a horse boots you right out into the middle of the road in the path of everyone who's running by, trying to make their way and make ready themselves for battle. Do you get too close to the back of the horse, or do you just pet it absent-mindedly? You catch a hoof
I
to the face,
accidentally
or do you fall in
nudge
dung?
the back of it. I
Boy,
was trying to concentrate too much on not being seen.
Yeah, yep. And as you sort of nudge against it, your bow, which or one of your bows, not your big one, just sort of creaks ominously, and as if a twist of fate, just the string snaps and whips off the back of the horse, which and boots you, and you just are winded, you're knocked prone, and you're flown. You fly about 5 foot sideways out of the stables and land. A passing soldier nearby. A full orc, very, very broad, pretty much taller than Bragg is in the present day, and more than twice as wide, hauls you to your feet and says, "Trying to hide, are ya? You'll be on the front lines. I hate maggots like you." And he sort of thrusts you ahead of him. "Get ready to fight." So Dion, you're essentially taken further into the camp. Bazaz, you spot this easily enough.
Okay.
And Dion, you're sort of made ready with this this command station up here to the east. Everyone is pretty much just flying about, getting ready to fight. You notice that Bragg's posse are all gathering weapons themselves. And
Do
are
they
sort of
look
sticking
confused
close by
by
him.
Does his posse look confused by the sudden attack?
Well, a couple of them look a bit apprehensive. Two of them look confused slightly, as if to say, "Has the timetable moved up slightly?" It's like they know something, but it's happening sooner than they expect, perhaps.
So can I track where they came from?
They came from Bragg's tent.
Okay.
Actually, they would have gone off to their own tent. Tell you what, roll me a perception check. And Lanwar, since this is pretty much what you were doing anyway, you may also roll me a perception.
Okay.
See if you both realize. Okay. So Lanwar, you lose sight of them amongst the melee. A rare occurrence for you, but Glack, with your vantage point over the bluffs and just from hiding, no one is paying you the least bit of attention. You watch as they furtively look round and make their way over to this tent on the far northwestern corner of the camp,
Okay.
which overlooks the cliff.
I need to re-roll because I've got advantage with being an eagle right now.
So you are. Go for it. Yeah, you see this as well. It was a DC 20.
All right.
So you both see these two more mysterious figures make their way from this tent, furtively look around and sort of casually make their way over to there, trying to be stealthy and evading the notice of everyone in the camp except for the two of you.
Okay.
Young Bragg is sort of running around, slightly headless chickeny, but still trying to maintain some semblance of, yes, I'm the son of the chief, and I'm supposed to be fighting too, kind of thing. The dragonborn woman and the dryad nearby him are wearing armor, wielding weapons. The dryad actually is not doing that. They are summoning creatures all around them. They appear to be the sole magic user in this entire place.
Black, how does it feel to see him in his younger years?
See who?
Never mind.
Okay. Well, we've got 2 bogies. Top of the camp.
Yes.
And can you keep an eye on them and I'll make my way over there?
Yes, I'll keep an eye on them.
Or even better, can you scoop me up and drop me over there so I don't have to run across the camp?
Can you
Yeah, that won't be suspicious at all.
Can you get
That eagle's carrying one of our small dragons.
Can you get
No, I've got a plan. Get close to me.
Okay, I'll pop off my little perch and fly. Was this in what's the squares at now?
It doesn't terribly matter at this point.
Because I'll fly across to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I throw up some dust of disappearance.
Damn.
So for 7 minutes we are invisible.
Okay.
Or until you attack or cast a spell, I believe.
Yep, but I don't think we'd be doing that. But we are.
Yep.
Recon.
If your plan is to just make your way up there, within the first minute and a half, you make it to nearby the tent. But we'll switch back to you, Dion. You are essentially. You ever see like Platoon or any of those sort of Vietnam War movies? You're essentially being pretty much given the hairdryer treatment by this orc, who is the biggest, meanest looking guy you've ever seen, and you fought the biggest meanest looking Noid you've ever seen, and you faced some pretty big guys. He is hench. His arm is thicker than your leg, and his legs, oh man, you best believe they be thick.
I can imagine.
He's a giant of a man.
He ain't been skipping leg day.
And he's essentially just dry roasting you at this point, just screaming at you, how dare you try and hide, all this, that, and the other. You'll be on latrine duty when we get back, mucking out the stables, no rations, all that sort of shit.
That's what he thinks.
Is there anything you wish to do? Like, I don't know. Do you want to shout back at him or something like that?
I'm just gonna
This
go with
is
the
after
flow.
all. This is after all a dream. So you could technically kick him in the balls and run away.
Yeah, and half the party comes after me.
Who knows? You're just going to stand there and take it.
Take it.
Roll me a wisdom save. From this guy's pure presence of personality. Yeah, like ordinary soldiers, like these soldiers would be genuinely afraid of him, like terrified if he turned his attention on them. But you're made of sterner stuff, and you fought Ziraj, and you fought in a Garistro, and an undead Garistro after the fact, for that matter, and all sorts of other things. You sort of look into his eyes, you keep a straight face, a stony face, and seeing he's not getting anywhere with you, he sort of spits in the ground at your feet and begins to move off, inspecting the rest of the line. But before you go, you swear you can hear him say, "Maybe there's hope for him yet." You seem to have gained the respect of this orc.
This Half-Orc will remember this.
Yes, this orc will remember this. Your drill sergeant will remember this. Meanwhile, Pizzazz, you saw Lanwar flying over to where Glack was, and then disappear completely. They've told you, I assume, their plan over the earpieces. What would you like to be doing?
Yeah. Gonna try and get closer to Bragg's tent.
His tent or his mother's tent?
His tent. Or is he gone
Okay.
into his mother's tent?
He's just sort of moving around this main area here, trying to rally the troops, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
He and his mother are making their way to and from that area back to her tent, pretty much.
Did all his concubines stay in his tent?
No, they all came out.
They all came out, right.
Yep.
Okay, that stops that then. Okay. Did Land say which one of the concubines was staring at Pizzazz? Or looking at Pizzazz when he was raining fire?
We'll say for brevity, yeah, sure.
Okay. Pizzazz is going to try stealth and try follow that person.
Yeah, easily enough that it was one of the ones that headed north into the tent. We'll keep your performance check from before. You just sort of make your way around, saluting and yes sirring and important orders for the chief, that sort of thing, and you quickly make your way up here. You hear no noise from Bragg's tent, but there is a strong smell of incense and oils and such. You sort of poke your head in. There's bits and pieces, bed, large bed, but not made at all. And you head up and you boom, almost bump into something, and you hear like a small. You feel a small tail as you almost step on it.
You could have at least warned me.
I mean, you've got blind sense on your earpiece. Don't you?
Yeah. Nice. I always forget to do that and flicks the blind sense on.
I mean, for God's sake. Right, I'm gonna just sneak ahead into the tent. Give me a second, and I'll let you know if anything's happening.
Okay,
And I'm
I'll
just
need
gonna try and get in. I'm gonna whisper guidance to myself as well.
that's a spell, so you'll turn visible.
Well, then
Remember.
I will just sneak.
Then I'll
27
take a
will do.
stealth check. Yeah, stealth check with advantage. They are actively looking, so I'll roll a double perception. Okay. You manage to get to the flap of the tent here, which is pulled over, and inside you can hear hushed voices saying, "Is this not too soon? I don't know. Should we restart the loop? No. If we do it again so soon, after the previous attempts, his brain may turn to mush." And wouldn't that be terrible? Yes, it would. The master has commanded that the man must survive. The super soldier needs a body, needs a living organism to latch onto. Or do you forget? My apologies, mistress. I do not forget. I just wish we were not here with that oaf this entire time. Yes, but we will be rewarded by the master. Indeed. And they're sort of grabbing things from around the tent at this point, after that whispered, hurried conversation. Were you peeking into the place, or were you just sort of standing there and listening at the door?
Listening with an open channel so everybody else could hear as well.
Okay, then you're all aware of this now, even Dion, who's halfway across the camp. Dion, you're just sort of leaning against a spear that's been thrust into your hands and just sort of looking off into the distance and listening, like someone with a radio in their ear.
That is actually still contemplating forcing loops.
Mm.
Well, I have a plan to spread some chaos if you want.
Well, we've heard what'll happen if we loop him too soon.
Oh, he's got a big brain. He'll be fine.
Roll a perception check for me, Glack.
Is it much different from how it normally would be?
Perception.
Yeah, as you turn to sort of make your way back and prepare with your allies, you hear "Blast, I can't find the device. It must be in the other tent. Go find it, will you, sister? You should have kept it with you. I thought I did. It must have fallen when the alarm was triggered. It must have fallen under the mattress. Go find it now."
Pizzazz, go, quick.
I obey.
As
And
soon,
sort of
as soon as
as
I hear Lanois say, "Pizzazz, go," Can I do something?
At this point, as you're sort of standing there, the tent flap opens, and you can vaguely make out into the tent. It's not swampy by any stretch of the imagination, but it does look incredibly rustic. It's like there's a glamour inside this tent itself to make it look more cave-like, more. It's almost like it's the inside of a hollowed-out tree. And stepping over the threshold, and their glamour seeming to reactivate as they step out of this tent, is a gorgeous, like truly spectacular looking, quite androgynous person with
Truly outrageous.
small horns on their forehead, shrink back into their skull as they step over the threshold here, and their glamour reactivates. Black leathery wings retract into their skin, and they come out looking like the androgynous coppery skinned half elf that you had seen before with Bragg. You try and crane your neck to look around them and see the other person, what they might look like with what you assume to be the glamour dropped, but you can't make out the tent flap closes too quickly. Now you were saying.
I was going to try and do something as soon as the tent flap opened and before it closed.
Right. Well, let's shuffle back a second then. As the tent flap opens and this person comes out and their glamour reactivates.
The kind of thing that Chris was saying to you about is let players do things before you start going into your spiel.
Yeah, sorry. What would you like to do?
I say, flash! And I use 5 of my charges of my gem of brightness to do a 30-foot cone into the tent, hopefully blinding everybody there.
I see. And it's a con save.
Yeah.
Against blindness. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'm just one for them. So they succeed, and the other one, because they got +3, and it's a flat roll from them. So the one walking out of the tent suddenly stumbles backwards, in pain, clutching their face. "I've gone blind, sister!" "What? Where did that flash come from?" "I don't know. I can't see." Anything anyone else wishes to do as they have stumbled backwards into this tent?
Well, I'll say pizzazz over the headpiece. Move to the tent. Something's in there.
Pizzazz goes into the tent there.
And
This one here?
Bragg's
Yeah.
look under the map.
Okay.
I want to sort of hold an action to possibly cause a dust storm, sort of cause them not to be able to see much with my wings.
Cause who not to be able to see much?
Anyone coming out of that tent. Basically, I just want to cause as much. I don't know what you want me to roll for that. It's more of just an impromptu thing of I'm an eagle right now and invisible. I want to just cause a storm of dust so they won't see what Pizzazz is doing.
No, I know what you mean. Pidgeotto casting whirlwind. Roll me. roll a strength check. Pizzazz, you make it to Bragg's tent at the same point as you hear nearby, "Ahoy there! Can I help you?" Coming into view is young Bragg. So that one from the eagle.
Okay.
"Hi, this is my tent.
I was looking for you, Master Bragg. Your mother wants to make sure that you're safe.
Yes, I just spoke to her."
Okay, good.
So, do I know you? You seem oddly familiar.
I'm new, sir. Just reached the camp a couple of days ago.
Ah, that must be it. I must have seen you as you come in.
Quite
as you
right,
came
sir.
in. Right. I have to grab my whetstone from my tent. Can
Okay.
I get past you, please?
Yep, no problem. I'll be standing guard outside, sir.
Ah, excellent. As you were. And
Okay.
he heads into his tent.
Attention.
Where was the blasted thing? Under the mattress, maybe? You hear him begin to sort of root around under the mattress. Is this it?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not it. What the devil is this? Ah, well. You sort of glance in at this and see him put something strange. It looks kind of techy. Something definitely metal into his pocket. Ah, there's the blighter. How the hell did it get up there? Grabs the whetstone. Thanks. Sort of waves it in the air as he comes out. As you were at ease.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm not really used to having a guard.
That's fine, sir. I'll just be following you around, sir.
Ah, good. My own personal valet. And he begins to sort of move off towards his mother's tent.
Over the pieces, but as I say, I think whatever those lot lost, I think Bragg's got it now.
Okay, can you get it?
He's put it in his inside pocket. It'd be tricky.
I might be able to nick it from him, but let me just do something here first, and I'll be over to you.
Okay. We're heading towards the main tent.
Cool.
I'm pretending to be his valet.
I have no idea what that is.
Bodyguard.
Ah, okay.
You arrive at the tent and sort of are shown inside. You sort of stand, I guess, by the door, not wanting to attract too much attention.
I mean,
for now.
If the other people aren't there, it doesn't really matter. He'll just walk in.
Yeah, you can hear there's a sort of fight plan, sort of strategy meeting going on in there. You hear Bragg's mother. Now, if we divide our forces and split them up the middle, and then take them from behind. Oh, hello, dear. Hello, mother. I mean, General. Hello.
I've tempted to say hello, darling.
Over the what? What do you say?
Hmm?
I didn't catch that. What was it?
I was saying Stars was very say hello, darling.
You receive a couple of odd looks.
One. Actually say he just wanders in behind Bragg.
Okay. He sort of glances around, unsure. Yes. Anyway, please do go on. Well, we were just discussing how we would split apart the northern tribes like a cracker. And I want you to lead the charge, Bragg. Me? But why? Because you're the best fighter among us. No, I'm not, Mother. You're the best fighter. No, you're the best young fighter we have, Bragg. You know this. I trained you myself. I know it. These generals here know it. And you look around at the faceless sort of. Oh yes, yeah. You got it, Master Bragg. There's like a really old gnome in the corner with a bell hat on, who sort of waves a flag that's got Bragg's face on it. Right? It would be an honor, Mother. I truly. It would. Today is going to be a good day for you, Bragg. Today is the day you properly become a man. Yes, Mother.
Mom, if I might, we may have spies in the camp.
Yes, and what's your name?
My
Small
name, sir,
thing.
is, my name, Mum, is Digby.
Digby. Right. And where are you getting this information from?
I've been in the camp, Mum, a couple of days, and just as I've been walking around taking note, there seem to be a couple of people that seem to be descendant, not taking your words and Master Bragg's words to heart.
Oh? And who might these dissidents be?
Unfortunately, sir, I think they might be a pair of your concubines.
Mother, I have no concubines at all. I swear to you, Mother. What reason could this small fighter, this Digby, have to lie to me, Braggy? Mother, they're not concubines. We were just having a discourse over battle tactics.
What moving each other closer?
Yes. No.
Playing hide the sausage.
Is it getting warmer in here? No, it's just you, Bragg. So it is.
I believe
your face is turning purple, Braggy. Perhaps you should go wait outside. Yes, Mummy. And he sort of skulks away.
I believe they're trying to get close to Master Bragg to overhear your plans, Mum. Potentially feed this information to the Northern Tribe.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
That could explain why they're attacking early today, Mum.
Well done, soldier. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
You're welcome.
Do you know which they are? Can you bring them into me now?
Fortunately, Mum, I won't be able to bring them in without raising suspicion, but I do think some of my colleagues have tried to apprehend them.
Good. You've done well, Digby. As you were.
Thank you, Mum.
Stick close to my son, would you? Keep an eye on him.
Will do, Mum. My target suggest increasing your defences.
I shall. Yes. Good idea. We'll keep people posted around the camp, even when we're out. It's a good idea.
And your personal defences as well, Mum. I do worry for you.
My personal defences? Nonsense.
Mum, I know you are a great warrior. However, I do worry. Bragg has mentioned of your previous battles in story. However, I please forgive me, Mum. You are getting older. You may not be able to be able to fight as well as you used to.
Her expression through all this changes from sort of gratitude to her eyebrow. Her eyebrow just keeps on raising higher and higher until it just disappears into her hairline. You getting older.
I apologise if I offend,
Mum. Well, this is why we fight. For the freedom to speak, the freedom to choose the people we love. All this. Choose to live in fear of the gods. Choose to live in whatever way we see fit. I admire your candor. You must be new here. Very few would dare speak to me in such a way.
I am, Mum. I've only been in camp a couple of days.
Well, good. Thank you. I shall think on this.
Thank you, Mum.
Stay close to my son. Yeah.
Pizzazz will bow and walk out and start following Bragg.
All right. Bragg's just sort of not moping, but sort of like scuffing his heels nearby.
Pizzazz will walk up to Bragg and go, I think I may have called your mum Or insult your mum by calling her old.
Bragg face palms. And as that's happening, we're going to switch back to the other group. So when we left off, you were creating a whirlwind that was barely more than a light breeze, Lanwar. Actually, we'll probably go to Dion first. Dion, you're getting a lot of words over the earpiece, and at the moment you're just sort of stood there. Is there anything you wish to do to like try and get away? Maybe help your friends with their what seems to be spiraling into a fight or some sort of thievery mission of some sort, or do you just want to stay there?
I think I'll just stay here at the moment to
All right.
avoid arousing suspicion from the other troops.
I tell you what, roll me a performance check and a perception check. A perception marvelous.
Sorry, I thought that was me.
I was like thinking, what am I with there?
Okay.
Bad
Cool.
performance.
Well, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. So after the troop sergeant has sort of gone away, you do begin sort of, getting a little bit hot round the ears. No one has dared to speak to you in that way in so long. You've killed angels and demons and devils and all sorts. So you look to be sort of turning red around the ears, and you hear sort of whispers from nearby from the fellow sort of campmates, hey, did you see Caveman over there? God, I thought he was gonna rip the sergeant's hands off and beat him to death with them. I know no one messes with the Caveman. No one messes with that. I heard he killed 36 men, and they posted him here. And you quickly realize, holy shit, they're talking about you. You've garnered a reputation already. You've been in the camp 10 minutes, and they're already forming legends, and they're pretty good opinions of you, actually. Is there anything you want to say to them, or do you just want to sort of stand there and soak it up?
I'll just stand and soak it up.
All right. You're considered to have advantage on charisma checks to interact with the men from here on out.
All right. Cheers.
Okay, so keep a note of that. The other two of you, what were you doing at this other tent?
I was casting a web on the tent flaps.
On the tent flaps. Okay.
Daz would have had an open channel while he was talking to Bragg's mum, so they would know to try potentially incapacitate these guys.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, you cast web, and you essentially coat the outside of the tent, the main entrance to the tent, in webs.
That's the plan. And saying over the headset, I can't believe you called his mum old. I mean,
that's Mother Mary to you. What are you going to do about that? Let me see. Yeah, she's gonna do that. Has to. Step out of the way. You're useless. And gonna cast a firebolt on the webs, which is an attack roll plus. So it's a 15, which hits the webs. And she does at this level 10 points of fire damage. So you watch as the webs around the area of the open tent flap begin to melt away. But you've bought yourself valuable seconds. You see this woman stick her face out of the tent, and as it passes over the threshold, it becomes the face of a beautiful dark elf. Long golden white hair, silvery white hair rather. But right before it does that, you can just see the features of an old crone. Grizzled nose, a necklace of bones, and these short goat-like horns sprouting out from a thick tangle of black, twig-like, hay-like hair, all sharp and needly and just awful. Her face is this dark sort of purple, and her teeth are craggy and drip with malice. But as she pokes her head through, you see a fairly beautiful face. But it looks in your direction, and it says, You're the ones. I think this is where we go into initiative order, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I definitely
I
said
didn't.
that.
I honestly didn't think it would happen this quick. Just bring up the.
Oh yeah, you've not got the thing up yet.
No, sorry. There we go.
Oh, cool.
Damn it.
Registered. Didn't catch Glacks.
I'm happy to go again.
Well, it's only rolled 1 for your advantage anyway.
No, I think it's rolled 2. Yeah, it's rolled to kill the high one? Keep the high one. Yeah, it's rolled with advantage.
It rolled a 4. It rolled a 4 and a 9 with a +6.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just rolled terribly.
So coming out of this tent was her. I'm gonna roll for her now.
Well, I would have been a little bit
Ooh.
away, not from the tent, not right up next to it to cast the web. Because
She's
it's
got
got
+2.
What's worse is you're actually visible because of casting the spell.
Oh, I was visible when I cast the the gem of brightness.
Oh yeah.
But hopefully one of them's still blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that rolled the lowest is still blind.
But I don't know which one of those it is. Can you stick a little thingy
Yeah,
on them?
I am. Oh yes, I can. I can do that. I'll put a little red dot on the. Actually, that doesn't show up very well. Purple? Nope.
I think
Fuck
the
it.
red was better out of those two.
I was gonna say, is there like a green dot or something?
There we go. I'll put a green and a red dot and a blue dot. There we go. That's the one that's blinded.
I can't
Okay.
see nothing.
RGB.
It's seeing too many colors.
Stop taking
What
the
is-
LSD then.
Not me.
I will not, and I refuse.
Let's not even joke about
Yes.
taking LSD on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not
Just
that
on this
I'm
show.
not that I'm against it.
Yes, this goes live up on YouTube after this. Because this is the last one that, or possibly the last one.
Yep.
Okay, well, in
Possibly.
that case, hey kids, drugs aren't cool.
Exactly.
Except weed. That's the party drug.
Except for no, it
And
should
sugar.
Guys,
Definitely
forget
sugar.
about Twitch terms of service.
yeah.
Oh,
Watch.
I
Don't get me
I
banned.
hear that anyway. But up first, the hag. She's poked her head out of the hole, and yeah, she doesn't know how powerful you are, so she's gonna cast sleep on you at. Oh, let me see. She's got that, so 5th level, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1st level, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So in this area. So actually, Bob, what's your eagle's health currently?
25.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
26.
so you fall asleep. And Glack, have you got 33 points of health or less?
94.
Okay, so just collapsing to the ground, apparently asleep, is this eagle that for fun.
Still
No,
invisible?
we'll say it's still invisible. It's still covered in the dust. So that's the hag's turn. Seeing, but she definitely seems to look in the direction of the now asleep eagle, and with your blind sense, you can look around and see it as well. And the hag steps out, not into melee, but because she seems to recognize who and what you are, and she calls back in, "Bring the oil."
Saucy.
The funny thing is, it wouldn't work against normal land war. That
Dion?
Dion's just gonna start speaking to somebody next to him, saying like, "I hope these Northerners hurry up and get here, because I'm just itching to take them down. Dare try and ransack this village."
Oh man. Oh, caveman, no doubt, man. If you want, you can go on out ahead of us, start firing at them. What do you think? We should.
I can
Could
scout
we? Should
about
we?
a bit.
We could totally do a National Lampoon type of thing, right? We could sneak out. Couldn't we? No, we couldn't. That's how people die, right? Oh, I don't know. Drill sergeant might have something to say about it. It's coming back this way. What are you doing, Dion? Is there anything?
I'll just say he's the boss.
All right. Okay. So you just sort of stay there.
Fall back in line, yeah.
Okay. You're welcome to do that. Glack.
How big are these squares?
We'll say that you're all in the same sort of corner of the maps, so distance is negligible where you are. I was thinking they were about 10 foot.
10 foot is perfect.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Being 10 foot away, 10 foot away, Glack's going to go for a punch. But because he's 10 foot away, it looks weird. But as he starts going for the punch, you see shooting down his arm, his astral arms pop out, Bragg's face mask drops down to the face, and the Adidas tracksuit loads itself up from the feet. Very Power Ranger style. And pops the hag in the face.
Yeah, you notice as you do that as well, it seems almost kind of pixelated. As this is the first time it's activated in the ooze matrix, it seems kind of pixelated at the same time, and then fully activates. It's pretty cool. It's like a video game. Go for the punch.
Wow, that's terrible.
Does not hit the hag.
No, that really should not. Second punch though.
That's better.
That's going to hit the hag.
And with my extra bit of juice to it, so that's 19 radiant damage I'm going for.
Okay. Radiant, let me see. No, doesn't seem to affect her in that way. You watch as it just sort of gets her in the gut, and she keels over slightly, but still manages to look up at you and says, so you're the one. You're the one the master wants. Excellent. We will take you.
I'm going to need you to make a con save.
Shit. Is it a magical effect? It's a stunning strike.
It's not magical, I believe. That's a cons DC 17.
Advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. How am I going to roll this? I can't remember how it's generally rolled. I'll say she doesn't have advantage.
I think it's just an attack, like a physically attached, regardless of whether the fists are magical or not.
Yeah.
Basically the equivalent of someone winding you.
So I'll just flat roll then. Come on. No, you watch as you must have cracked her sternum with that as she splutters to get the words out and just looks very winded.
Are you okay there? You look a bit sick.
Anything else? You have a bonus action.
No, because I pulled up my astral thing, so I do not.
So you did.
Nothing else.
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz, knowing this is going on, but kind of wants to keep Bragg the Younger out of it, so it doesn't force a reboot.
Okay.
Is gonna step forward, so he's got line of sight with the tent. Points in sort of this direction, and says,
you're gonna hey look over there.
Basically, yeah.
All right. What do you say to entice him?
Bragg, do you think the Northmen will attack from this direction?
That way.
And as he looks over, quickly spin round and firebolt towards the tent.
He whips back round at the same, right after you attack as well. Was that magic? There's no magic allowed here.
Magic? What do you mean, sir? I can't cast magic. I'm just a simple fighter. Can't you see this helmet on my head? And hits it with the.
Yes, of course. You're quite right. You do look like a simple fighter. Bragg
I'm not even wearing armor.
Yeah, Bragg is none too insightful. So that was on the hag, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 13. You watch as the fire surrounds its form and seems to do less damage than you were expecting. But it does still take some damage. Anything else? Actually, Bragg was with your passive sort of wisdom and able to read people and knowing Bragg the way you do. He seems like seems pretty gullible. You reckon if you wished, you could probably palm whatever he found beneath his bed next turn. Lanwar. It's the succubus, and it's, I believe, still blinded?
Yep.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Con save. Nope, it's still blinded. It's thrashing around inside the tent. It's initiative count 1. The camp reacts. Dion, your drill sergeant, shouts, "Was that magic I just had? Are we under attack? You and you," points to you and 2 other guys in the front row. "Go check it out. Find the magic user. Bring me their hands. They always taste the best." So Dion, you're given leave to go and join the fight.
I say, yes, sir.
Don't stand there yes-sirring me. Go!
Start heading my way up in that direction.
Half-Orcs. Yeah, you do so, in fact, because the hag is stunned on its turn. 10, 20, 30. Yeah, you make your way through the crowd. You can make out Pizzazz standing with young Bragg on the overlip, and you can definitely hear the sounds of combat going on further into the camp.
I'll let everybody know that I've been tasked to come and see if magic is being used and what I have to do.
Yep, they all saw and heard the drill sergeant, Hieronymus Crook,
apart from Lammer, who was sleeping.
Order you. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the other campgoers who are just actively stepping out of your way.
No, I'm just meaning like the rest of the party.
Yep.
So they
so that's
can prepare themselves.
amazing. That's your movement. Any actions, bonus action?
And no, that's me.
So you don't want to dash or anything?
Oh, I forgot I could dash. Yeah.
That's okay. It's been a long week already for everyone.
I shall dash up as far
Amazing.
as I can go.
Yeah, you get to pretty much right near where Glack and Bragg are.
Alright. I'll just go there.
Oh no, you get to there.
You're
Alright.
Yeah,
basically
sorry.
10 feet.
It's because you said Glack, not Pizzazz.
Oh, sorry, Pizzazz and Bragg. That's what I meant. Sorry. Pick names that don't rhyme. Speaking of Glack, it's your turn. The hag looks to be regaining their senses.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm
then
just surprised you've not called me Tink yet so far.
See, now you've jinxed it, man.
You've seeded
Inception.
You've jinxed it. You fucking jinxed it.
I was
I know you
honestly
have.
going to make a joke about it. Yeah, I'm going to wail a couple more punches in the face. I don't
Okay.
get advantage because they're stunned, do I?
Yes,
Cool.
I think so. Yes.
Done to them.
19 for the first.
Yeah, 19's gonna hit. Are you making that another stunning strike?
Well, plus another 8 radiant.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, makes it.
Yeah.
Go for second punch. 29, so 14 damage.
14 damage.
And another stun.
Another stunning strike.
Yeah, I'm
Damn
just
you.
getting running through my key points.
That's a plus 6. So that's a 17. Does that fail?
Yeah, 17 is the DC.
Oh. Goddamn. Okay. You watch as this time it's just 2 punches to the stomach. Looks very bad. Looks bloodied by now.
And I'm going to spend a key point to do some Fists of Fury for
Yeah, go
punches
for
3 and punches 4.
Those both hit for another 25 points. Any more stunning strikes?
Yeah, just one. Yeah, just one.
Just the one?
Yeah, I want to try and keep some key points in case I need them.
So that's 19. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But the hag does look really badly damaged. Like she's taken. Looks like she's gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson at this point. You can see her glamour, her illusion is sort of flickering slightly, also in a pixelated kind of way, which is interesting. But you're sort of standing there 10 feet from her. Pizzazz.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So, Pizzazz is going to essentially point to the bulge in his pocket and say, "My ass, sir, what is that bulge? It doesn't look like it's very form-fitting."
That's my penis.
Well, I'm flattered, but
Not
generally
in your trousers, sir. In your jacket.
Oh, my pectoral.
No, one there points to like the bulge of the thing they put earlier.
I don't know what it is. It's pulls it out. It's this sort of metallic thing with a big friendly button on it.
A big friendly button, sir. What would happen if you pushed it?
I'm not sure. Mother always said never push things. You don't know what's going to happen to them.
Well, she's not around now, is she, sir?
All right.
Go on.
What if there's a bomb or something?
Well, we'll find that out once you pressed it, sir. If you don't want to press it, I'll press it for you. That way, you won't get in trouble.
No. I'm a higher rank than you, Private. I'll press the button.
Okay, sir.
I've not got an initiative count for him, so we'll say that he just presses the button. It looks so it splits into the button itself depresses and looks to be now around the edge of it, along the metallic device, 6 red lights, which slowly begin counting down from 6 to 1. Pretty much. Next round, it will do something. We'll call that your talking action. You still got a full action. It's doing something. It's lighting up. There's smoke. What is this? I regret this. I regret everything.
He'll grab it out of his hand.
Presses it into your hand.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's any magic or anything coming from it?
Sure, roll me an Arcana check. With
15.
Oh yeah, actually that's enough. It looks like a bit of back alley sort of tech. You saw similar sigils as you sort of flick it over and look at the back. You saw similar sigils on the main console of the Ooze Matrix outside. And yeah, go for it.
Would I be able to figure out if this is a button to control the resets or just to eject everyone?
With the 15, you don't know if it would eject everyone. There's a small amount of smoke coming from the edges. It's vibrating slightly. You reckon it could be the reset button? You reckon it might be. You might be able to pry it open and fiddle with it. Who knows?
Essentially, Pizzazz is going to keep a tight grip on it.
Okay, good to know.
You're snoring across the headpiece now.
Yeah, I can hear the snoring. We'll say no, because she's not. You're invisible, dude. You made this bed. You made this bed. You got to lie in it.
Yep.
It's the succubus. At the end of its turn. Oh, what am I saying? It's going to feel around the edge of the tent, so it's going to roll a survival check. It gets lost, hopelessly entangled in wires and cables, and you hear the sounds of sparks and electrical fires coming from inside the glamoured tent. As it trips and falls over. At the end of its turn, it gets to make a con save. With its +1, it's no longer blinded, but then it sees the tent is on fire. And you hear like a... What's going on? But they're prone, they're like trapped under stuff. It's the hag that's no longer stunned. That was a very, very foolish mistake. And it's going to attempt to grab hold of you.
I'm 10 foot away, remember?
Yeah, well, it's gonna walk 5 foot closer.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay, yeah. It gets all up in your grill and attempts to grab you, so I'm going to need a grapple check.
Okay, is that
12 plus... yeah, acrobatics or athletics.
Ah, okay.
Which she has plus 4, 5, 6, 7 to...
26.
So 19... No, that doesn't make it. She attempts it again. And 19 again.
Oh, so bad.
So she grabs you.
Oh.
And you watch as she reaches out with her hands, on the palms, there are these sort of little holes, and you watch as they grab hold. It's almost like leeches. Little teeth are embedded on these palms, and she grabs onto you. And as you look into her eyes, she starts chanting something. And just her hands are enveloped in these sort of necrotic gauntlets, and you feel your strength being pulled from your body. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
22. So that succeeds. So you take 20 points of necrotic damage. but your strength is not lowered. But you do just feel blood begin to just leach into this woman, like this old crone you know her to be. And she smiles, and you watch as some of her wounds begin to close up. Yes, the blood of the strong and the young. I can see why the master wants your body for the program. You will make a fine addition, just like your god over there. You know, of course, he's just a man, and men are so weak-willed.
Wait, what god? Where?
Your Bragg. You worship
Bragg's
him,
not
do you not?
here.
I can see him. He's right over there. He just
I'm
pressed the
not
re-
turning around to look when we're
Wait.
fighting. That's gym rule number 1. You don't turn your back on an enemy.
That's fair. I can train you all the same. Dion, rather, it's your turn. Glack's on deck. You hear the sounds of screams coming from the tent where the succubus has set it on fire inadvertently. Pizzazz is currently holding a smoking red button, standing next to young Bragg. The edges of the world are beginning to fray slightly and become a bit more smoky.
I'll head towards where Glack and the hag and succubus is, because I can see there's a bit of a commotion over there.
Okay. It will
Makes
take a
sense.
dash action. It will take a dash action to even get close.
Right.
Can't you shoot from a massive distance?
I think it's like 250 feet.
So yeah. You could fire from where you are, or you could help.
Oh, it's 600.
Oh, even more! Shoot him! Save me, Dion.
Yeah. So the hag is 100 feet away from you, so you'll take a couple of turns to get there. Or you could shoot, do that rangery thing, or you can help Pizzazz. It's entirely up to you.
I'll go for the hag.
You go for the hag. All right.
Yeah.
Roll das attack. Is there anything you wish to do before that? Any bonus actions, perhaps? Question mark.
I'll fire a lightning arrow at her.
Not what I had in mind, but sure, go for it. That's an area of effect, so get ready, Glack.
Will the area of effect hit me?
Technically it will, yeah.
Like fuck! The one time I want someone to bloody well hit me.
Do it!
Dude, you're
Do
invisible.
it,
Come on. Right, roll your, is it an attack for lightning arrow? Have you got that stuff written down? There we go, I'll Google it.
It's
bonus action to cast.
Bonus action, concentrate
And
up
then
to a minute.
Yeah, and then you fire your shot. So do not throw away your shot. It's an attack roll as normal. Okay, so an 18 just hits the hag. So roll me the damage, which is 4d8 lightning damage instead of the attack's normal damage. Is she resistant? 4d8. Bob, you failed the following dex save, so you just are going to take. Yeah, you're going to take 2d8 lightning damage as a thingamajigger. Glack, I need you to make me a dex save, please.
I'm not going to.
You're going to purposefully.
I'm going to just turn around and slap the lightning out of the way for myself.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Okay.
Because it's 1d10 plus my wisdom, so it's like I can't get lower than a 16. But
I see.
Just in any case, 25.
Yeah. So the hag takes 12 points of damage. And I need you to make me a con save, please. Glack? Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It should have been 2d8. 7.
16.
Succeeds, so you don't take the damage that was dealt to her. And as your reaction, you just deflect the lightning that arcs around your body, and like an avatar, you just fire it off into the distance. That's metal.
Just slap it away.
However, Bob, you do take 7 points of lightning damage. It's just a stray bolt from Glack's deflection just causes you to wake up. There's a definite smell, Glack, of pocket chicken nearby.
Delicious. I warmed it up.
Yeah.
Did I take
Hot
the full...
pocket chicken?
Did you say I took 7 or the full 12?
7.
Mm-hmm. Dion, you have another shot. You have another attack. Which does hit the hag, and she takes another 12 piercing damage. And Glack, I need another con save.
I'm guessing I'm making a con save now that I'm awake.
No.
13.
Unfortunately, that fails, and you too take 12 points of damage.
Ow,
as you just feel the pain in her body rack down her arms, and the teeth of her palms just bite into your arms a little harder, and you take that. Cool. 12 points. That's Dion's turn. That's a good turn. Glack, it is your turn. You're grappled by this hag, who seems to be draining you of your life essence.
Okay,
Give the hag your very essence.
I want to get away from her.
I'm unsurprised.
Will that take my attack actions, though?
To break grapples, I believe it's a strength check on your turn. I'll allow you to attempt to wriggle free for sure.
Yeah, let me try.
It would be a contested grapple check. It would be a contested grapple check for attack action.
Yeah, I'll try and acrobat away.
Cool. Now, since her teeth are latched onto you, she has advantage. Watch out. Oh, good thing too. A 27. So you can technically. So just the status quo just remains, and you're on the edge. You're teetering on the edge. One more. If you want to try again on your second attack.
I do 21.
However, with a 16, you just sort of, with that first one, you just sort of twist her hands round, and you do that sort of thing in that game Peanuts, where you just sort of twist her hands around and you just crack, and you just the leeches on her palms come out of them for a second, like the Minnie mouth in Alien, when it comes out of the xenomorph's mouth, and these palm things screech and shriek at you as you break free of the hag. You're no longer grappled. Huzzah! You have a bonus action and movement. The hag looks bloody.
Yeah, but if I move away, she's going to get to... Yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to whap her once in the face for 15.
Doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Then I will... I forget what it's called. The...
Step of the wind? The bonus action disengage?
It's a bonus action to punch a third time.
No, I get bonus action to punch. Yeah.
Which is what that was.
Yeah.
Just wondering if this thing key related to it. I'm going to spend a key point to take the dodge action.
You punched as your bonus action, which that was.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to suck it up and take the next hit then. Oh no! You know what? I'm going to shout some abuse at Lan. Oh, you've finally woken up. How lovely. I'm so glad.
Roll an intimidation check. See how hurt.
20.
Yeah, see how hurt feelings Lanwar's going to end up with.
What am I rolling?
Oh.
It's cute. It's like when a small child gets angry at you for not doing something right. It's like, huh.
Real petulant.
Yeah, it's very, very petulant. Pizzazz.
Oh.
I didn't think she would see me. That's all you hear back.
Pizzazz, you reckon you have... I'm just going to tell you out of world. At the end of this round, you're going to loop. What would you like to do with this knowledge?
Right. So this device triggers loops.
Mm-hmm. You see the world begin to swirl in a flash of color around you, and smoke. The edges of your vision begin to cloud.
Pizzazz will say to the rest of the party that he believes that that we're about to loop again, but I have a device that causes the loops. Hopefully, I can keep hold of it.
Keep that safe. That's all you hear from Lan.
Pizzazz is going to press the button again.
You press the button again. Doesn't seem to do anything. It's like it's already been depressed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make the loop go faster.
Okay. Would I be able to study, have a quick closer look at the runes on there to see if it would be able to tell me if that's all it does, or if it can it actually eject people?
So just looking at the outer shell, you see that there's like a panel that you could probably open up. You crack that open, and you see inside various buttons and dials and levers. Not levers. You know what it is? Switches. That's what they are. Roll me. This would be a hard DC Arcana check, unless you've got like Tinker's proficiencies, that sort of thing.
All gnomes have Tinker's tools or Tinker proficiency.
Cool. Then yeah, go for it.
You trying to skip me?
No, I'm going to do it as Arcana.
Go for it.
16.
Okay. There are 3 different buttons. One of which looks to be a sliding sort of dial with an hourglass beside it.
Mm-hmm.
Another which looks to have a sideways 8, so the infinity sign. Mm-hmm. That looks to be the one that's currently in the on position. And there's another one that looks like an arrow pointing up with 2 little dashed lines underneath it. That one is currently not depressed.
That one.
So that's what you get with a 16.
Yeah, so Pizzazz pushes the 3rd button.
Okay. Let me just see, because I don't think... Yeah. Actually, that would work. That's one of the options. So as you press it, you all feel a tingling about your extremities. And Glack, since you're in melee combat with the hag as well, you notice them going, no, 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 no. What? And they sort of glance over at Pizzazz. No!
Flips in the bird.
Lanwar, it's your turn.
Okay.
You feel yourself begin to not heal exactly at the edges, but sort of pixelate slightly.
Infinity.
I'm going to basically go across, grab Glack, and fly down to about here with all my movement.
Okay.
So
you do so.
Glack, you're coming with me. We end up down here.
Yeah, you do so.
Flipping them off.
Absolutely. The succubus manages to crawl out of the tent. What are you howling about, sister? They have the device. What? No. You can't leave us here. Goes to use movement, tries to get there. I don't think they have. No, they don't have ranged options. So yeah, at the end of that initiative turn, you watch as Pizzazz, you watch as the world seems to pixelate into just lines of code around you. And
Matrix style or?
Huh?
Matrix style?
Yeah, Matrix style, absolutely. And you just feel yourself cough some ooze out of your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly you're in like a blackish room, green lines all around. It looks very virtual reality. You realize you're inside the engine, if you like.
Okay.
As you move forward, you see there's a big computer screen, essentially, of what's going on, like a big monitor of what's going on inside the Matrix. And tied to a chair, his eyes, it's very much like at the end of A Clockwork Orange. You see Bragg. Bragg is just sort of tied to this chair and is being forced to watch over and over this scene unfold, which as you sort of get a bit closer and look at it, you watch as suddenly it loops. And you're watching a couple of different cameras, in fact. You see Glack, Lanwar, and Dion rematerialize at the entrance to the camp in those stables. And you see in the tent younger Bragg with what you now know to be a hag and a succubus, and also a dragonborn and a dryad. They themselves look as bloody as you had left them before. And you hear him say, ladies, please, there's enough of me to go around. And you watch as they just begin to get up and move away from him. Quiet, you simpering fool. And they just begin to run out of the tent.
Zaz will tap his ears and say, guys, can you hear me?
Guys, hip is what you get. You get every other word. However, Pizzazz, since you're in this room, you also hear back, Pizzazz? What? You're here too?
Thankfully, I'm here and not being tortured. We've come to rescue you.
I don't deserve to be rescued. You shouldn't have come. You're in
Bragg.
danger.
No shit, we're always in danger.
Fair. That's fair.
Look, Bragg, you've been missing for months. You've been stuck in this loop. Forced to watch your mother dying over and over. They're trying to break you if they haven't already.
It feels longer than that. Feels like it's been years.
I'm not surprised. There might be a bit of time dilation in here. Look,
as you glance down at the sliding scale with the hourglass, you reckon, yeah, it's currently set to outside world quicker than inside world.
Mm-hmm.
But you could probably change that. You should just leave me here.
You're Bragg. Are you really going to sit here and wallow in self-pity?
Lots of people do it every day, Pizzazz.
From what my sister's told me, this isn't you. You are the voice. You're the face of Arcanet. You are the most optimistic person ever.
No, that's Randall.
Well, yeah. But compared to Randall, everyone is depressed.
Have you ever made a mistake that cost the life of the person you love most in the world? Pizzazz?
Why do you think I'm here? I don't tell Tink this. I killed our parents. She thinks it was a group of bandits, but no, it was me.
Why would you do that?
When I was younger, I was part of a cult. I got brainwashed. You might have noticed Tink isn't overly fond of religions and cults.
You know, I had noticed that actually. She's quite gung ho about it.
Yeah, that's kind of partly my fault. I tried to get her into the cult. She was in it for a while, and she's the one that got me out of it. But not before I did what I did.
Do you regret it?
Of course I regret it.
And if you could go back and change it, would you? Could you?
That's impossible.
Not in the Matrix. Not here. Here, anything is. I've been trying to work out who did it and how, or rather, trying to encourage my younger self to. Well, he never does it.
Well, no, you're looking at a memory. You won't be able to know things that you never knew.
We're all fools when we're younger, are we not?
Of course. Bragg, you're 20. You've still got your whole life ahead of you to make more mistakes, more right decisions. You've barely done anything. Granted, yes, a lot has happened in your 20 years. Look at me. I'm nearly 300, and you've probably lived more than I have.
That's not right. You don't look a day over 299 max. And you just said it. I've barely lived. I've done nothing. What if I don't do anything? What if this is it? This is my defining moment?
Yes. Why would this be your defining moment? You've got all those kids that you've been looking after. You don't think that they look up to you, that they believe in you? I mean, my sister, she talks about you non-stop, talking about how, well, calling you an idiot and all that, but in her own, loving way.
No one really believes that. You think the philanthropists are remembered? No, people like Mr. Brightside. He'd be remembered. Philanthropists, they fade from view. They fade from history.
Doesn't matter. As long as someone remembers you, you never truly die. Granted, yes, Brightside will be there, but that's because he won't die, no matter how hard you try. It doesn't matter if you live 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years. You make connections. You are a connection to the greater world. You are an inspiration to many. You are loved, Bragg. Do you really think all of us wouldn't be here if you weren't?
That was beautiful. Roll a persuasion check at this, and I'll give you advantage because of that.
Are we still staying in initiative?
For now.
Nat 20.
You really believe that?
Of course I do.
You see his face like crack into a grin, and he sort of looks sideways at you. His eyes are being held open by like metal hooks and whatnot. He was forced to watch this. I suppose you've got a plan on getting me out then. His usual bravado sort of coming back. Suppose you've got a plan then?
Not so much a plan, but there's a couple of people down there that have been torturing you for the last couple of months. How do you feel about getting your own back?
Can I go in there? I'm not sure if I can.
I don't see why not. Because that's what he's saying. This was as like unchaining him from the chair, taking things off his face.
Yeah. Through some quick tinkering, or should that be pizzazzering? Because you're not playing as Tink. Through quick thinking and a bit of backseat. Now it's that bit there from Bragg. Work out how to get yourselves back into the simulation. And nary a second has passed. To the rest of you guys, it seems like you all materialized. You look around, Pizzazz isn't there, but a second later, Pizzazz is there with someone that you all recognize. It is absolutely Bragg. Older Bragg, much more hench. Cool. And the world no longer has that smoky sort of black edges of like a photograph starting to go crispy in a fire.
Do I still have the button?
Yes, you do. Easily enough. You sort of look around, you track your way to the hag and the succubus. They've fallen back to their own tent, which has repaired itself in the interim. And as you sort of stand outside, you hear them frantically going, "We have to leave now. They'll be coming for us any second. They know it. They know the secret. If they've worked out how to, well, let's not think about it. Let's just grab everything and go."
Can I do something before we get there?
Yeah, of course.
Let's make this a bit more interesting. I'm gonna pull out my scroll of level 5. And
what scroll?
The dream scroll.
Ah, excellent. Okay.
Glack, would you come here a moment?
Okay.
Describe to me how you see Mr. Bragg.
I gesture up and down. Like this.
I like this kobold. Hi, have we met? I feel like we've met before.
Who are you?
I'm Bragg.
Describe
the one and only.
Describe your
Bragg. Are you taller?
I start casting Dream and I ask Bragg, Glack to give me the perfect version of Bragg.
Oh, interesting.
Double Bragg's size, so it's like 15 foot tall.
Near
wearing
enough,
a red Adidas tracksuit with some white trainers. Big gold chains and lots of rings.
Is he also from New York?
No, but he's got a weirdly shaped 4-headed axe.
4-headed axe?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I got it.
It looks like a great axe has been crossed with a mace. It's the unholy baby of both.
Yeah. No, and suddenly Bragg's avatar in this ooze matrix suddenly grows to be that.
Like this?
Yeah, that's Bragg. Hangs
Have
around the
we-
gym a lot.
Have we spun into that episode of Rick and Morty? I think we have.
Literally what I just posted in D&D chat.
I'm basically now going to be stuck here, maintaining this sort of.
Yeah, no, you're sort of sat cross-legged there as if meditating.
Green flowers blooming round me.
Absolutely. It gets to a point where it spreads out and this entire sort of battlefield begins to cloak itself in just a verdant forest. The rest of the people in the dream seem to stop and just look around and wonder. Off in the distance, you can all hear a dong from the gong operator.
Glack, let them know what they've done wrong, please. And I'm going to amplify his voice in the dream state.
Oh.
Also, amplified over amplified.
Yeah, that's too loud. That's too loud. That's a feedback loop waiting to happen.
Like, oi, hag, come out and get a slapping.
Oi, hag, come out and get a slapping, is what comes out of your mouth. And you hear inside a, shit, they're here. I can tell they're here. Go out and deal with them. Stall for time. I'm not doing that.
And their tent disappears.
And their tent disappears, yeah. Anything else you wish to do?
You're not hiding in there. I control this now.
But how?
That's
not true. It's impossible.
You're messing with the wrong druid here. And his friends. Pointing up at Bragg.
Hi, I'm the best version of myself. Describe just how you want to take them out. Just do that sort of epic Avengers Age of Ultron still shot where the camera pans around you all.
Does anyone else like a power up right now?
Oh my god.
I'm basically just
actually, yeah, I tell you what, that could be fun. Why don't you all describe your perfect selves? Start with Pizzazz. Are you a lich?
Pizzazz is a lich. His skin is tighter around him. Where his abdomen would be is a ball of glowing black and purple light. And he's got fire in his eyes and is like floating a foot off the ground.
If I may add something as well, atop your black staff is a mind flare skull, the very mind flare skull that you took from Niall earlier.
Yep.
And it itself is just shrouded in darkness, the eye sockets in particular.
Purple energy flaring from its eye sockets.
Perfect. Bob, do you get a thing in this dream?
I'm basically
do you just become a tree?
I'm just maintaining the sort of thing, so I kind of vanish from their sight, not so they don't know I'm here, where I am. I'm just twisting the dream to how my friends want it to be twisted.
Dion, then.
I'm just green Half-Orc, bow in hand, always ready to fire it at the sign of the least bit trouble. Sort of like eyes going from side to side all the time, seeing if there's anything about to come out from nowhere.
Anything else?
And just ready to fire the first sign of trouble.
All right, so your perfect self is you as you are, with a bit more perception.
Yes.
I love that. It's just like everyone else is just beefs out, and you're just like, yeah, I'm perfect as I am, biatch. Yeah, whatever.
I've gave him the
Snaps fingers.
Gives him the eyes of the eagle, basically.
Yeah, basically, there's a crown on your head that's just covered with eyes, so you can see things from 360 degrees. Finally, Glack.
Glack's astral form fades into a very subtle mist that flows around him, and he has a gold earring.
And that's it. All right.
He just looks more kobold than kobold can actually look.
Yeah, you look kind of piratey, actually. Pretty cool. Pretty boss. As you surround the hag and the succubus who have been for so long plaguing your friend, stepping out from this southern tent is young Bragg, who's like, "What?" You all sort of look around. He sees the massive older version of himself. Never mind. Retreats back into his tent. Ladies, it's a weird one. Let's not go out there, shall we? And you just completely and utterly destroy these creatures, and smite them down. If you wish, you're able to leave with the device. Pizzazz is able to sort of jerry-rig something that resembles like a transporter device. It can take you one at a time, like a teleportation platform that you just step on. You press the button and you reappear in your body. Do you all do that, or do you want to stick around, explore the streamscape a bit more?
I think we should give Glack some time with his deity. Would you like a more comfortable environment, Bragg?
No, there's something I have to do here first before the day's out.
Have at it.
He goes off to his mother's tent.
Glack will follow about 15 foot behind.
So pizzazz. Still in his lich form.
Yeah, that's attracting some looks from a few of the men. But in this dream state, you are all powerful, and you just sort of do that thing where you plant the staff in the ground, and just arcane sort of thorny roots erupt from the ground nearby them, and just sort of whip them in the behind, and they're just like, yeah, come on, and they just sort of move away. You don't kill any of them unless you want to, but yeah, Bragg goes in once the command meeting that you have already seen once anyway, Pizzazz, is done, and approaches his mother. General? Yes. I'm new private dancer. Mom. Well, private dancer. What say you? I nothing. I just wanted to tell you're doing good.
Over the Pizzazz say, "Don't call her old. She doesn't like it."
You hear, no shit. Good job on that, by the way. I just wanted to say that no matter what happens today, your people remember you. Your family are going to remember you. Right. Well, I'm not planning on dying today. It's just the northern tribes. We've been at war for ages. We're going to stamp them out. That's all there is to it. Yes. Quite. Do I know you? I feel like I've seen you before. No, I just got here a few days ago from the Western Forests. I'm from the Western Forests. Yes, quite. And Bragg sort of smiles and stands at attention and salutes. It truly has been a pleasure to serve under you. Dismissed. He bows and he walks out with the rest of you. Let's go.
Pizzazz will pat him on the shoulder and keep moving.
And how does Pizzazz manage to do that?
Pizzazz is flying. He's an all-powerful critter. Yeah, he's flying, obviously. Bragg looks around at Glack at this point. You go to my gym, don't you?
Listen, I don't know who told you what, but I never took any water from your private water dispenser. And I jump onto the teleport pad.
I have a private water dispenser?
I think it's your toilet.
Ah, I do put lemon cakes in it. Keeps it scented. Lemon soap, you know.
Yeah.
Kobolds are weird.
Yeah. I mean, drunk rat.
What's a junk rat?
You'll find out.
I sincerely hope not. It sounds awful. After you, Pizzazz.
Pizzazz will step on the pad.
Lan turns around to Bragg and says, I hope you never find out about Junkrat. He's been quite a headache for myself.
I think I know a thing or two about headaches.
Yes.
He seems to, as he smiles and having walked away, having managed to conceal it from Pizzazz, he sort of wipes his nose on the back of his hand, and you see a streak of red. Shall we?
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
You know I can help you with any...
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Oh, and one other thing before we go. You may have some competition in the gym business.
I have no competition in the gym business.
Oh, wait until you get back to yours. We had a fun little encounter. But we can deal with that when we're back.
Together you step onto the pad and you are transported back to Nyler's lair. You all sort of wake up. Bragg sits up from the ooze matrix that he's plugged into and looks across at the figures that are lying in the other two pods, who seem to have expired. The disguises have dropped, and the dark elf woman has become the night hag that you saw in the dream, and the coppery skinned half elf has become a succubus. It looked like they were especially potent in preying on Bragg's emotions and brain. At this point, Mary looks around and says, "You weren't gone very long. You were only gone 10 minutes? You must have done well in there."
Yeah, it was a couple of hours for us.
It was certainly an interesting experience. I'm guessing I shouldn't really go into these ooze matrix anymore.
Where the fuck are we?
Oh, do you know somebody called Buttercup?
Can't say I do.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Well, we're at their house.
There's a Buttercup guild.
Yes.
gave me the map to the Hezru.
That's where we are.
Oh, they came to collect. They wanted payment. They just wanted to run some medical tests or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, they done more than do medical tests. They made a super-powered version of you.
I'm a super-powered version of me.
Can you decapitate a gold dragon?
With one hit.
I mean, I can try. Where's my axe, by the way?
Has it?
Oh, fuck no. I need that thing. That's my trademark weapon.
It is in the hands of the overpowered version of you.
Of course it fucking is.
And
We're going to need to find a way to deactivate it.
yes.
I mean, surely it's not going to be running now that it doesn't have a power source.
We don't know that.
I mean, isn't this your kind of magic?
There's also
This kind of boobity boobity?
There's also the problem with Buttercup's a beholder.
Buttercup's a beholder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So you all look like garbage. So do you want like a restful song or something? I do have a spell I've been working on actually.
Bragg, you're not the prettiest picture either, mate.
I feel fine.
I'm just low on a bit
feel
of
fine.
magical power, and and you don't see much wounds to Lan or problems with Lan.
Yeah, you are all in the exact state you were when you entered the Matrix, which I believe pretty much was full health.
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean I get all my key points back?
Sure. Yeah. You're in the state you were in when you entered.
Then yes, I do.
So you'll get your key points, your wild shape, any spells you cast, ammo
Bragg's been
expended.
lying in that pod for last couple of months. Has he not atrophied any?
You'd think so.
Not physically. That you can see anyway, not physically.
I'm guessing I'll still spend the spell scroll.
No, the spell scroll is still on you, and in fact, when you come out, the button you've brought the button with you.
Oh.
Okay.
Anything you found in the dream, you managed to. Actually, no, just the button.
I was going to say, Pizzazz is holding the button like, I have no idea how that worked.
Yeah.
Nor do I.
Far more
Strange.
importantly, is my pocket chicken still warm?
You've only been in the machine 10 minutes.
Then, yes.
Pocket chicken still good.
Should be warm enough.
Yeah.
Bragg sniffs the air and says, "Do I smell chili? Is someone cooking chili? That's my favorite."
I wouldn't taste it.
Killed a bunch
All
of
right.
dwarves.
Right.
Were they?
Where are we going? I assume you guys know the way out of here.
Yeah.
Want to get out?
I think we can backtrack well enough.
Didn't we come in from a portal?
Oh yes.
So we don't.
But we did.
No.
Right. So your plan was to come in and get me, and what?
Fight our way out.
Right. I can't do shit without my weapons.
We did have that room upstairs that we sent all the other people that we found in here. That possibly could be a way out. We should go find them.
I mean, all these people got in here somehow.
I can look for traces of where we came through.
This bit here. was the
Yeah,
place.
up big stairs.
This is where I came, and I think he said that you had traces of the lich with the tracking, and you tried to track him.
And I've got a weapon for Bragg.
Excellent. What is it?
Out of a bag of holding, he pulls out an impressively sized for kobold wrench. Like, very shiny, very silver.
Wow.
Yeah, it's as you always say, get hench to impress a wrench.
That is to take some fucking inspiration. That's great. Payoff for that joke's incredible.
It's been on my character sheet from the beginning.
Yeah! Amazing. That's a long con. That's like 5 months in the making.
I'll hand him my...
Bragg looks... that's...
This might be to more your style, and I'll hand him my scimitar that I never use.
Yeah, I prefer big weapons. Mary, what happened to my fucking weapons? I can sense it nearby, sir. It is with another you, another me. Right.
Yes, he talked a little less than you did.
Right, well, I'm going to go get that. If you like, I'll distract the hench me with this wrench, and you lot can escape. What's the plan? I'll follow your lead.
Well, the plan is to get out, but if you need your weapon to get out, we get the weapon, then we go.
Well, I recently had a thing installed. And actually, 2 things. So I've got this little thing on the axe where if I whistle within 20 feet of it, it comes to me. But there's also a thing, and he starts digging in his bags. I had a spell here. Yes. No, it was these potions. Okay. How are you all feeling? Like, could you fight? Right. I'm more asking the wizard. You look like your jacket's been melted away.
Yeah.
But
I can probably do something.
I've got one of these potions. Basically, if you drink it, it means it's almost as if you've just woken up from a full night's rest. And as he takes out this potion, it is a crystal clear liquid, which then he shakes, and these gold flakes begin agitating through the liquid.
It's gold Striger.
Are you giving him gold leaf vodka?
I mean, when I asked the alchemist to create something based on my favorite drink, I thought for sure it would be peppermint schnapps. But when he came back to this, actually, it's not bad. I've only got the one. But anyone who needs it can have it.
I still have some spells I can use.
Damn good, thanks.
Anyone?
I mean, if I haven't...
Or he could just escape.
Oh. I'll take it. I have an interesting spell I can do if I recover some magic.
Alright.
Just don't get too...
Okay. Any one of you can have it.
Don't get too close to the bad copy of yourself right away.
Oh no, I was gonna bum rush him and just punch him in the face until he gave me back my axe.
You can handle. The helmet on that completely covers his face.
I'll take the helmet off then.
It's a nice helmet.
Then I'll take the helmet. You guys can handle Buttercup, right? How tough could he be?
I'm gonna take the potion if no one else wants it, and drink it.
All right.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, go for it.
I kind of figured it was going to be you or Pizzazz, because Pizzazz spent 2 disintegrates.
I've got one of them back though.
Oh, cool.
All right. Is that
all right? So basically, the potion gives you the effects of a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, I should right before you drink it, I should warn you. There may be some intestinal discomfort in the next few hours. Just putting it out there.
I'm sure I can handle it. I can brew myself something better to help.
Giving you the effects.
All right.
I drink the
All
potion.
right. Okay. You essentially gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Where are you heading? You can easily sort of make your way back through the lair to get to this point, but what you do from there is up to you.
Well, if maybe you can sense where the axe is, surely we follow maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he can sense where Bragg is, because Bragg is who he is soul bonded to. So he senses that there's another Bragg in that room there, which you explored already, the one with all the statues.
Then
Oh
let
yeah,
us
the petrified.
head to that room.
Okay, the audience chamber it is.
Let me take the lead on this one. I got something nice for
All
them.
right. All right. As you wish.
Okay. Big Black.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, you sneak in here. You hear the sounds of, just what sounds to be a meeting coming from within the room there. The door is closed.
Before you do what you're going to do you want me to try and bane a couple of people inside?
Well, if you can make them a little less dexterous, they might.
I mean, I can try. It gets 3 people. So you've got like Faux Bragg, Big Eye Dude, and somebody else.
Those are their official names on the Pop Funkos vinyls that were made of them. Full Bragg, some other
Big
dude,
Eye Dude,
Big Eye Dude.
Well, if he's gonna bane them, I wanna hold an action. Get ready to cast reverse gravity.
I see.
So as soon as Bane goes off, it goes off just afterwards.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So any other plans from any of the other characters?
Nope.
No.
All right. So you just rush in through the door.
I think we're going to peek from the doorway.
Okay. Yeah, that's much wiser.
Like, rather than just run into the middle, like, hey!
Hi, remember us?
How
Yeah.
close do you need to be for your cast? Because I can do mine from 100 feet.
Oh,
FX 50.
I need to be within 30 feet. So I will be going in 10 foot at least.
So you need to be within the radius of my spell. Or at least I can try and place it
No,
so it doesn't affect you.
Don't worry about me. I'm good with dex things.
Okay.
Also, I can run on the ceiling anyway, so.
Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
So we're gonna have that happen.
Or you want initiative from us as well?
Yes, please.
Okay.
What did Chris call them? Backup? Teammates? Something like that.
God's sake.
Support characters?
Support, that's what it was called.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, Dion. Bring in the big guns.
Dion just wants to be in there and fighting.
Alright. Moment of truth. What's Buttercup gonna roll? It has the Sword of Warning. Oh shit.
Shit.
What's his stat block? I think you're still going first, Neil. Yeah, he's only got +2. I say only.
Damn, that takes him to 30.
No, it takes him to 22.
Oh, alright, I thought you meant 2 after the 28.
Yeah.
The 8 was they had advantage on the roll.
Yep.
Alright, I got you.
So, as you peek in, you see a cackling 12 eye stalked with one central eye. So 13-eyed beholder on floating vaguely above a throne. And as you poke your face in, you hear, please, Master Buttercup, I meant no offense. Silence! You have insulted me one too many times, von Runchen. And now you will join my ever-expanding menagerie, my stone menagerie. Slave, Bragg, Mountain Bragg, straightens up. Restrain him! With lightning speed. Bragg runs over to where von Runchen is cowering in the middle of the room. Now hold still. I would hate for you to lose an arm. Fires a beam right at von Runchen, who wanted to see Bragg in action. And as he begins to crystallize and become stone, you watch as Bragg the Mountain's grip tightens, and you hear a twist and a crack of stone breaking off, and you watch as he has twisted his arm clean off. I trust that demonstration was to your liking, my fine fellow friend.
I will poke regular Bragg and say, still think you can take him?
That bastard's got my axe on his back. He's mine.
Just rip that guy's arm off.
Yeah? He holds up his fists of the Hezlord champion. I rip this guy's hands off. I can do it to that guy. And besides, he's like, what, a clone of me or something? Super soldier? Who cares? I'm a super soldier. You're all super soldiers. You know what? I believe in you all so much. And that's his way of giving everyone bardic inspiration, which is a D12.
Cool.
So you can have a D12 to add to any D20 roll. Now we don't need to kill the guys. We just need to find a way to get out. Oh well, I've got a way out. I've got a spell. But you know, if you want to kill the guy, it's fine. I just want my axe. Up to you. If you want to kill the guy.
We may need to shoot loose though.
At this point, Dion, you've cracked open the door, and you have a clear shot on both the 13-eye beholder and the mountain. Bragg or play game. What are you doing? Are you staying stealth, or are you waiting? You watch as Lanwar just begins casting a spell, or rather, he cast a spell the previous round. He's holding it. We kick into initiative order.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark Buttercup.
Okay, go for it. You do so. That's your bonus action.
Yeah.
An action.
I'm going to attack him. Just normal attack.
Go for it. 18 doesn't hit him.
Okay.
You watch as it just clanks off one of his many cybernetic attachments. And he looks around in your direction. And with this one, wraps one of his eye stalks around the arrow and stops it mid-flight. Both attacks miss. Intruders? In my lair, they too will join my menagerie. Slave!
Pizzazz will shout, "Intruders, how'd they get in? Through the window!"
I don't normally like puns, but I do love Doctor Who. Take some take an inspiration. That's Dion's turn. It would be Buttercup next, but you guys had held actions going off. Lanwar technically can make his now.
Well, mine was to go after. Glack.
Going after Glack.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then it's Buttercup's turn, and he's going to rise up 20 feet in the air above his throne, and is going to turn his central. No. You watch as a ring on one of his eye stalks glows, and he himself turns invisible. And you hear him. So he's invisible, and he flies up 20 feet. GM layer. There we go. It's the layer's turn now. Technically, that's... Oh, shit! The fuck? 40?
Yeah,
it just changed.
You just added another 20.
No, it just changed. Yeah, so it's the layer, and technically I'll use that like the support action. So it will be surprised this round, but it will act next turn. Glack.
Okay.
The beholder has turned invisible.
Yes. Okay, well, never mind. I'm still going to do the plan. And I'm going to run in and run 20 foot up the wall over this side, heading towards one of these guys. And I will cast Bane on the Bragg.
Okay, so it's a charisma save.
17.
Shit, I should have had Bragg's stat block open, shouldn't I? Come on, Mountain. Where are you? There you are.
Can't you add the bardic inspiration to it? Oh, wait, no, this is a save.
Not to a save, unfortunately.
Make it possible for him.
A charisma save. Oh,
yeah.
28.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
And then bonus action, prop the visage.
Yep. Amazing.
And the held action would have went then. For,
then your hold action goes off. Cool. So he needs to. I mean, technically, there's nothing really to grab onto. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored fall upwards. Dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object you can see within reach. There are no fixed object within reach. There is the statue, which he would reach out and grab onto, or attempt to grab onto, von Runchen's statue, but misses. And flies upwards. And hits the roof, which this area is, I believe it was 100-foot dome, so it just hits the roof. So he takes 10d6 damage. So if you want to roll that for me, please.
D6.
He's 100 feet up.
6. And
Cool. Takes all of that.
And since it's a concentration spell and I can drop that whenever, I'm gonna drop it.
You just drop it. Yeah. So you watch as Fulbright, actually the stone statue goes flying up as well, and it smashes on the roof, and then it comes crashing back down, and he'll take, I'll say, an extra 2d6 bludgeoning from all the shrapnel falling on him. So roll another 12d6. But Von Runchen, that poor orc that you impersonated and infiltrated.
Did you say
another 12d6, please, Bob?
Okay.
Because he's being hit by the shrapnel of Von Runchen. The now broken up statue. Yeah, he takes all of that and hits the ground and is prone. That's your action. That's your held action, rather.
Yep.
That's a good reaction. Pizzazz. You watch as Buttercup has turned invisible. Full Bragg has just gone straight up, hit the roof. A statue is smashed alongside him. He's come flying back down, hit the ground, and has
I'm guessing
is pretty much prone. Actually, at the end of your turn.
I'm guessing
at the end of your turn,
within 50 feet.
He flies.
All right, so that doesn't affect him.
Unfortunately, not.
Nope.
At the end of your turn, however, suddenly a beam comes at you from an invisible point, and I'm gonna roll for it. It's a random eye ray. So it's a 9. It's a 9. Lanwar, make me a charisma saving throw.
My lowest one.
So you fail. You take 13 points of acid damage, and you are cursed. You lose 1 point of charisma.
I lose 1 point of charisma.
Yeah. So your charisma score decreases by 1.
Okay.
Shit, I shouldn't have kept that remove curse thing at the end there. Oh shit, I rolled to the GM. That was... Damn it. To public. There we go. So I rolled the eye ray, and I rolled the mutilate ray for the folks at home there. That's at the end of your turn. Pizzazz, it's now your turn.
How much? What?
It was 13 was what I rolled, but it rolled 2 GM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizzazz will say to the guys, "Look, I've got this fog cloud. Do you think this is the time to use it?"
No! The worst. You're the worst.
Fog cloud. Fog cloud. Fog cloud.
Damn you.
Yep. So
That and casting blindness has got to be the only two ways of fighting a beholder.
So, Pizzazz pulls out the scroll of fog cloud and casts it in the center of the room.
All right. Yeah, that does happen. Cool. Yeah. Fog just occurs.
Heavy breathing, Neil.
It's a 20-foot radius, right? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Neil loves fog.
There we go. That entire area is foggy. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That's your turn. It's a support round. Support round loses its initiative, and it should also lose 10 from that. Lanwar, it's your turn. As you turn, as you turn to look into the room.
Yeah.
Buttercup forces you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You can't see Buttercup's central eye. Never mind. That doesn't work with the invisibility ray. That's fine. You act normally.
Okay.
My mistake. I mean, it's invisible. You can't target him with spells.
Okay, yeah.
That's his end game stuff.
I think I will use an action to wild shape.
Okay, yeah, go for it. What do you become?
I will become a brown bear.
A brown bear.
And I am going to 40 speed. How far is it between me and the fake Bragg?
Is a brown bear large, just out of interest?
Yes. Oh, is that actually the 40 feet?
The square.
Just a sec. Each square is 5 foot.
Okay, so he is 50.
There you go. You should be able to control land bear.
Land bear. Land bear will rush forward.
Keep land more out there.
I'm 10 feet away from him. Oh, not
yeah, as far as you're aware, there is fog though.
10 feet.
You have blind sight.
He's got 10 foot blind sight.
I've also got keen smell.
Yeah. So that's 10 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Or within 10 feet of him, rather.
All right. Because I got 40 feet of movement. I guess I'll just hold there, and hold an action to claw anything that comes near me.
Okay. As a legendary action, the Buttercup is going to fire a random eye ray at Glack.
Okay.
Come on, roll, you crap. There it is, number 5. Okay, polymorph. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I'm afraid not. You become a beetle.
Yes, you become Ringo Starr.
Just to double check, I am 20 foot up on the wall. Does the beetle fall, or does the beetle stay?
No, we're using. So if you Google spider, spider 5e stat block, we're just going to use that stat block. Okay.
Okay.
I believe they have a climb speed. Should have gone with something else, but he likes spiders. Give me a break. That's the legendary action. Dion, it's your turn. You've lost sight of both fake Bragg and Buttercup is still invisible. Landbear has just charged into the fog. He does that a lot. It's your turn. You do still know vaguely where Buttercup is from the Hunter's Mark.
I looked at that, but it said that you can see. So I thought I wouldn't be able to go for him. I will attempt to hit Buttercup.
You would have disadvantage because you can't see them. But yeah, you know the vague direction. That's why you're
fire in
that's
the general direction.
Yeah, that's why you're allowed to make the roll, because you've got this spell up. Go for it. 2 attacks. Deuce. 22 hits 23. So strangely enough, describe how you're able to quote unquote see Buttercup even better despite not being able to see them.
Dust.
There's the fog's moving differently than it would normally be.
Perfect. It's swirling around its form as it floats there.
Something was lingering there.
I love it. Love your work. It's going to fly somewhere else, still invisible, because it doesn't require concentration. And it's its turn, and it's going to fire. Can't see land bear. It's going to fire one Yeah, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's going to fire 2 at Dion and 1 at Pizzazz. So these two on Dion, 1, 2, 5 and a 12. So we'll do 12 first. So make a Wisdom saving throw. Oh shit, that's a lot of psychic damage.
Just 1 or 2?
Make a Wisdom saving throw, please. So the first one there was a 21. If you want to undo your disadvantage machine thing there.
Oh,
so you take 25 points of psychic damage, and you are cursed. You lose 1 point of Wisdom. So your Wisdom score decreases by 1. Now make me a Wisdom saving throw for Polymorph. Again, to not be changed into a spider. Just a flat roll this time, please.
You made the DC. Why is he taking damage?
Oh, sure. It was a 21. I've forgotten about that. So don't take 25.
All right.
But the 4.
I didn't take the 1 off that, so it'd be 3.
No, that doesn't count. Sorry.
Right,
I was looking at your Nat 1 Wisdom save from before. That was
right. Okay.
You will take the 21 since that was the first thing you rolled. You didn't fail, so you don't take the 25 psychic. You are, however, a spider.
I'm a spider. Okay.
Yeah, if you Google spider stat block, Pizzazz also cops an eye-ray. Eye-ray number 3. You're engulfed in ghostly flames. Make a con save. DC 17.
Do you want to make this one because it's radiant?
No, you take 18 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Does that work?
That's Buttercup's turn, though. It's the layer. Why does that keep happening?
I do not know.
That 5e, James.
Radiant.
You can find it in D&D Beyond as well, probably. Look up spider.
Yeah, if you just Google spider 5e, you're that.
It's coming up with like giant spider, face spider, giant
just
wolf
regular spider.
Yeah.
All right.
Tiny creature.
It's got 1 hit point and an armor class of 12.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much all you need to know. The lair action comes off, which means it's Bragg. Bragg is going to rush forward and attack you.
Swipe that.
Yeah. And he has, with his helmet, sight beyond sight. So he's going to use the Great Axe of Certain Death. For a crit fail to hit. It's a 20 on a crit fail. Seeing you just lose. Oh yeah, wait, is that a held action?
Yep. I held to actually claw at anything that attacked me.
But you used your action to transform.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah.
So you can't hold.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Feeling the bear and just sort of missing completely. He's going to Great Weapon Master it.
Is it not bonus action to transform at this level?
No, that's only.
I'm not that kind of druid.
Where ones? 24 to hit, take 33 points of damage.
Yeah, the bears. Wait.
And 31 to hit, take 27 points of damage.
Right. How much is that all together?
That's 60 points of damage from the lair action, which is Mecha Bragg or an eye beam, my choice. But I think we'll try different things aside from eye beam. But 60 points of damage to Landbear. Are you still Landbear?
Nope, I am me,
cool.
And I'm a bit more damaged.
Cool. You're Landwar, and you're in that area. It's Glack's turn. Glack, you're a spider.
Okay, so Spider Glack.
Spider Glack.
Going to take the dash action to run 40 foot up.
Okay.
Up the dome. So I would imagine about here-ish.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's 100 foot tall in its center sort of pillar there.
And I'm going to drop.
Whee!
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna roll some damage. Technically, you take 12 points of damage, or rather, your spider form takes 1. You take 11.
Well, that's the question. Because I'm a monk, I don't take 4 damage. I reduce it by 55.
So it's your reaction to. Does it say when you take damage from falling, or you can use your reaction to negate?
You can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any fall damage you take by 55.
Okay. So is that by up to 55?
By 55.
Okay. Then you would fall and land on your feet as a spider then, and still be in spider form. Or you could take the full 12 points of damage and not be in spider form anymore. That's how it works. You can't just take 1 point of damage, I'm afraid.
In that case, I will still be a spider because I will try and bite him next time. If I can't turn into Glack just in front of him, I will remain a spider just for the fun.
Yeah. So instinctively, you just sort of spread your spider legs and point break it and land, and you just think, "Shit, this isn't what I meant to do at all." At the end of your turn,
guys.
At the end of your turn, a legendary action from Buttercup deals a spider, so pizzazz, you'll cop this one. Number 6, telekinesis. Nice. Make a strength saving throw.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail this.
Yep. You're chucked. You're chucked against that back wall there. So you'll take a sundry amount of damage, but you're not restrained. He's just chucking you away. You take 3d6 from being thrown 30 feet. Take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. You just crumple against a wall. That's its legendary turn. It's now your turn, Pizzazz.
Is Buttercup still invisible?
Yes, because he has not attacked or cast a spell. These are eye rays. Very cool with a beholder. But if you can somehow manage to kill him, hey, you get a ring of invisibility. And whatever else he has at his disposal. But it's your turn.
Because I don't know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to cast Fireball.
Yeah. You have a vague idea because you saw from where the beam came from. Mm-hmm. This sort of general direction, this sort of corner. I say corner, it's a round room. This sort of corner over here.
Quadrant.
But yeah, if you were attacking directly, you wouldn't. So if you were going to decrease, for instance, like if it was a steel fireball, I know you're not Tink, but if it was like a steel fireball decreased to 0 feet, I would need an intelligence check to know exactly which square, for instance.
But yeah, gonna aim about here.
Okay.
And cast Fireball.
Okay. He's resistant. Roll the damage. 18 dex save. Rolls a 15, so takes all of it. Or rather, yeah.
And is it still invisible?
Yeah, he doesn't need to concentrate. It's a magical item. While you wear it, you can turn invisible as an action. He's not concentrating on his invisibility. You do see like a couple of flames spark and flutter on his form, though.
And move up into the doorway.
Okay, cool. Burns away a small section of the fog. Turns it to like mist, water vapor. At the end of your turn, he's going to fire off another eye beam at you.
Okay.
Come on. Number 9. That is mutilate. Make a charisma save.
I've got an advantage against this one.
Yes, you do. Oh dear. It's 20
That's
points of acid damage, and you're cursed. Your charisma score is reduced by 1. But it doesn't really affect you because you're not persuading anyone at any point soon. Any point soon, as just acid damage splashes against your face, and you become pockmarked and a bit less attractive. Your support round is next. What would you like Bragg to do? So Bragg can attack, Bragg can heal, all sorts. What would you need? What do you want him to do for you?
Go get your axe.
I can't see it.
You've got your earpiece, don't you?
True.
Was it
he's gonna
20
run
feet
in.
that he has to be?
It's
Within 10.
10 foot range, unless Tink's upgraded it. He's one over the year.
Go straight forward until you run
Cool.
into me.
So we're going to roll for anti-Bragg first. That's actually not a lot. And we'll roll for actual Bragg now. Yeah, so actual Bragg grabs the axe. And anti-Bragg is considered restrained and can't attack Lanmore or anyone. Give me back my axe, you bastard. Lanmore, it's your turn. Anti-Bragg is restrained.
Okay.
So you'll have advantage on attack rolls if you wished to do that.
I just realised I really should have absorbed element that poison damage.
Poison damage.
I will.
Mary, start the car. I've got the axe.
Bag's like, I'm out of here now.
Yeah, I mean, we should all be running out now. So we need to get the axe.
I will guiding bolt this.
You are in melee range, so it would be a disadvantage. So a flat roll, it would be.
Unless you take a step back.
Yeah, you could take a step back.
I'll step
and
back.
get hit. He can see you. You're gonna get hit.
He's restrained, so he can't make an opportunity attack.
True.
Step back.
That doesn't apply. He does get an opportunity attack.
Does he?
Yeah. He can't use his weapon though unless he lets it go. Yeah, he's gonna, I think, kick out at you. Where's? Oh no, he has Warcaster. Yes, there we go. So he essentially breathes at you, just this hideous death breath, and casts Vicious Mockery. So make a Wisdom save.
Okay. Save. Try me.
Yeah, you'd be fine. Even anti-Bragg isn't as wise as you. Right, yeah. So roll your
Can I say
attack roll for your guiding bolt. Yeah, what do you want? What do you want to say?
As it says, I've smelt worse in Bragg's gym.
Hey, that's my gym you're talking about.
I'm sorry, Bragg, but I have.
Don't make him feel bad by insulting me and making me feel bad. It's not like we don't feel each other's pain, you know.
Oh, well, he might feel this one.
You have advantage as well.
Alright, so...
Which you need.
Is it still not gone for?
It's not come up.
No, it's a 20 to hit.
I hit with 20 then.
He is wearing
the second one was 20.
He is wearing chunky ass armor. Do you want to inspire it? Either bardically or regularly.
I will use the bardic.
Okay, so it's a D12.
Well.
Okay, so he already used his reaction to opportunity attack you. Otherwise, he would shield, and that would miss.
Right. So it was a good thing I stepped back.
But it does hit, yeah.
And
his own hubris. 15 points of radiant damage takes it.
And obviously the next person's got advantage.
Next person's got advantage, yeah.
Not that it matters right now because he's restrained.
Yes. Yes. At the end of your turn, yeah, Pizzazz, I'm sorry, it's got to be you again because Dion's a
spider.
Dion's a spider, and the rest are in the mist.
And also a spider.
Yeah.
So that's a 7, which is mist. Oh, that's a self thing. IBM concentration. Yeah, a mist seems to surround you, but does not seem to take as you're fighting this creature. That one looks to be a buff rather than anything else. That's that. Dion, back to you. Come on. You've got them. I don't want to say on the ropes, but damn. What do you want to be doing? You just still firing, or do you want to do something else? Oh no, you're a spider.
I'm
Dion,
a
you're a spider,
so I can't do anything really.
You could take 1 point of damage and get back in the fight. Fight yourself.
Anything you'd like to...
Yeah, can you?
I stabbed myself.
Unfortunately, you've got the intelligence of the
Yeah.
animal. So
I will allow an intelligence check. Roll me an intelligence check as a spider. I can't remember off the top of my head what a spider's intelligence is.
But... -5.
So roll me a d20. We'll say it's a DC 10. Roll me a d20. So you got a decent chance at making this. Roll me a d20 and -5 from it. Good.
Yeah, just coming.
Yeah. Unfortunately, spider form just looks around. You see Pizzazz. You, in your spider form, you do recognize friends, and you do keep your personality traits.
Yeah.
So you are that sort of huntery fighter. You do run up next to your friend and ready yourself to fire web at someone or something. Pizzazz, you look down. You see a spider beside you with a couple of strange markings that look like tusks near its jaw. That's Dion's turn. It's Buttercup. Buttercup moves a little bit and then fires. That would be that, wouldn't it? Slave, cast a dispel on this interminable fog. I command it. And then it fires. It holds action to fire 3 rays at 3 different people. It's the lair. Bragg casts Dispel Magic.
Can I spell that?
You can't see Bragg, I'm afraid.
Do I need to see them?
I think you need to see to be able to counter a spell. Yeah. Which is why you can stay behind a corner, cast it, and then come out and release it. You can't be countered.
else is engaged with Bragg? Bragg versus Bragg?
Fake Bragg has been ordered. He lets go of his axe and casts Dispel Magic on the fog cloud. The fog cloud dissipates, and 3 beams come out of the fog. One of them hits Lanwar, one of them hits Pizzazz, and one of them hits... I've been picking on Pizzazz. One of them hits Dion, one of them hits Glack. Because why not? We'll say the first one on
The
Glack.
spider.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Oh, number 11. Number 11's a good one. Stupefy. Make me an intelligence saving throw. Glack.
Okay. Is that the spider? So.
Yes.
-5.
So you roll a -3. My God. 15 thunder. So you're no longer a spider. But your intelligence score is decreased by 1 as you start to lose memories of your past, of your friends, and your mental faculties. Next one is on Lanwar. I'm having too much fun. I love this beholder so much. Next one's on Lanwar, which is a 12. Oh, it's the Insanify Ray. Roll me a wisdom save, please, Lanwar. Oh, see if you roll. You were chuckling. You were chuckling. You deserve that. Take 20 psychic damage and
But I
reduce your
reached it.
wisdom.
But I reached the
You
DC.
got-
Oh,
You
shit.
got the
It's a
17.
I got the
No!
17.
God damn it! No, I thought it was a DC 20. I was looking at the damage. Oh, God damn it.
Wisdom against a druid.
Hey man, you almost. As his reaction, fake Bragg's gonna cussing words it. Yep. So he rolls a d12. It doesn't matter how much he rolls.
Can not other Bragg cutting words his cutting words?
That's not how it works.
Yeah, but
As it real?
counterspell that cutting words?
It's not a spell. It's a magical effect. So you actually roll a 5 on your wisdom save, and you take the 20 points of psychic, and your wisdom score is reduced by 1.
How dare you? How dare you do that to the wizard? My intelligence.
He's more than insulting your intelligence.
And the third one hits. The third one hits Dion. Random eye ray. Number 3. Another moonbeam. So a con save, please.
Con.
That's almost not worth doing. You know what? Just take the damage. You're no longer a spider. This one worked against me. The dice giveth and they taketh away. Because you're going to take half as much on a successful save anyway. So just take a couple of points of sundry damage. You're no longer a spider. It's Glack's turn, who is similarly no longer a spider. You just hear a shit from up in the rafters somewhere. Pizzazz on
Oh my
deck.
god.
You have a strange desire to eat flies, though.
In all fairness, always do.
Mm.
When it's
Well,
not
got my
pocketed
axe.
chicken.
You've got your axe.
Cool.
Let's leave.
And sounds good. I'm just gonna wail on the faux Bragg for a second,
Right.
then I'm gonna leg it.
Okay. Go for it.
So Bragg is there, so's Lanoir, so I can roll with
Yep.
advantage because of the pack thingy.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So 25. And then squeeze the extra 3. Second punch 28.
Those both hit.
Yes, great. I'm going to do another 2. 23 again.
Are you... so 23 misses and a 21 misses.
Wow, a 23 misses.
Yep.
Okay, and then...
But he does take all that first 2 damage, though.
Is he shielding?
He can't. He used his reaction.
And then I'm going to peg it around the corner.
All right.
It's like, we got the axe. Get out of here.
Yep. No shit. Follow the little kobold. Mary, ready the transport. Yes, sir. At the end of Glack's turn, though, damn, he made it around the corner. Well, nothing to do but attack the druid that annoys him so much. That's an 11. That, I think, is the Stupefy Ray. Intelligence save, please, Lanoir.
Intelligence save. Okay.
20 points of thunder damage, and your intelligence score is reduced by 1.
Can it reduce it by 1 if it's intelligence by my headband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your intelligence reduces regardless of the headband.
Yep. Because if your intelligence does become 0, if it does become 1, even while wearing the headband, you become a mindless automaton.
It's alright.
Like most druids, then.
Yep, that's his turn. Oh dear. That's, Pizzazz, I believe.
Pizzazz, give this.
Pizzazz, what? Oh, yeah. He's attacking me again, sorry. I want to give them support while
Okay.
running away. Yeah, let's do Scorching Ray against Bragg.
Alright, go for it.
First ray, 30 to hit with 8 fire damage.
Let's hit.
Second ray, net 1. Third ray,
Oh,
crit.
Hey. He is wearing the adamantine armor though, so he takes that. Yeah.
No, 17 damage, sorry.
Yeah. Are you running as well after Glack, or?
Grabbing Spider Dion and running around the corner.
Dion's normal now.
yeah, I'm out in my spider form.
Thought you were still in your spider form.
Oh my god!
Nah.
Did knocking him out of spider form actually do good? Wow. All right. Cool. It's support. What do you want Bragg to do? Do you want him just to run, or?
Yeah, run.
All right.
Get ready for transport.
Dashing. Fucking move it, Dion.
Be there in a sec.
Lanwar, it's your turn.
Okay.
Oh, he calls over to Glack and Pizzazz. Where are we going? By the way, we need a wide open space.
Venture's retreat.
Actually, the middle of that room back there would have been good. Never mind. Keep running. Oh, that chamber.
Yeah, would either go up to the arena.
Yeah.
Or that big chamber over this way.
Yeah, the arena's actually closer, interestingly enough. Lanwar, it's your turn. Bragg is 10 feet from you, and he's looking bloodied. You watch as bits of his helmet are crumbling away.
Bye. You see me turn into an eagle and fly the fuck out of there.
What size of eagle? Just a regular eagle or a giant eagle?
Giant eagle.
Okay. I'm just okay. You turn into the large creature and fly and have to land and walk past the doorway and then take off flying again.
80 feet.
Stick you in the wall there.
Man's like, follow me.
At the end of your turn, Buttercup fires a ray at Bragg, who is engulfed in silvery mist and teleports 30 feet. And you hear the cries of, "Seize them! Seize them all! Destroy them! Do my bidding, slave! Use your greatest weapons!" Bragg, after they teleport, take off their helmet. And Dion, you and you alone, since everyone else has dashed away around the corner. Yeah, we'll say that Bragg's made it there. Actually, no, he's there. He's just not looking back. You and you alone can see almost grafted like beholder eye stalks grafted onto the top of Bragg's head. And Bragg, it's this Bragg looks ashen-faced, grey, a bit very much like the mountain towards the end of Game of Thrones. Grafted onto the top of its head are 3 eye stalks, one black, one purple, and one a sickly greenish color. Actually, no, one is a swirling rainbowish light that occasionally whirls into white. So there's a white, a black, and a purplish eye grafted onto the top of his head. And he's looking at you with, well, murder in his eyes. What do you want to do? All your party members are escaping.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave as well.
Okay.
And shout at everybody, we could be in trouble, so let's hurry.
Right, if you want to move, let's going to be Buttercup next.
Yes, you're
You're far enough away.
The door behind you.
I think it's more of a Dion kicks the door behind him. Nope.
Yeah, you managed to break out and make it to Lan Eagle. Marching out from behind you, Bragg just looks over his shoulder. Look, buddy, I've got my axe. Just leave us alone, eh? Nega Bragg says nothing, but instead the white eye on the top of his head flashes and pulses, and a bunch of rainbow-colored beams spray all over each of you. I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, Bragg needs to make one as well. Bragg CEO. This is regular Bragg. Regular Bragg fails.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration from Bragg for that save, can I?
Oh, yeah, to add a 12
Yeah,
to
I
it.
forgot about that as well.
Oh, that's better. 21? No, that's much more. I can't do maths.
27 succeeds, yes.
What about my 21? Is the eagle.
As the eagle. Holy crap. Yeah, the eagle, amazingly enough, makes the DC 21. Dion, if you want to roll your D12 as well.
4.
4.
20.
20 just fails, I'm afraid.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's a DC 21. So Pizzazz fails and Dion fails. Bob, you just succeed as an eagle. So, Pizzazz, if you could roll me a D8, please. And Dion, if you could do the same.
Eight
Oh, interesting.
and a 6.
Pizzazz, roll me 2 die 8s. 5 and 1. Okay. Well, we'll do Dion first. Dion, you rolled a 6. You are restrained, and you're beginning to turn to stone.
Okay.
We need greater restoration for this.
So your speed is 0. Just so you're aware. As you run, your legs just lock up, and you're frozen in the spot. Pizzazz, you rolled a 5 and a 1, so you're going to take 31 cold damage and 46 fire damage.
Pizzazz is down.
As you're struck by this prismatic spray.
I'm gonna say he's not. For
Right.
the first time, I'm gonna use my channel divinity. And
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
Take that 46 damage.
Holy shit.
I'm still up.
What is that?
That is a shared burden.
That's amazing. Unity domain, 30 feet, you can use your reaction. Distribute the damage taken between the original target and the chosen creatures. So you're just choosing yourself.
I'm just choosing myself and I'm just tanking the damage. Well, I'm tanking 46 of the damage.
Are you resistant to fire?
I am not.
Okay. Then yeah, you take all 46 of the damage. But the eye beam, the white. After the cold damage, are you still up, Pizzazz? The 31.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you watch though as the white eye closes on the top of Bragg's head. Shit! Plans? Merry? I shall assist, sir.
Lan, grab Dion.
Glack.
Pretty much what I was planning.
We're going to the fighting ring, are we not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
then
you may be, but I'm not.
I'm going to grab the only person I can who's the same size as me and say, Pizzazz, do you want to go?
See you guys there.
Then
You dimension door there and arrive. Are you arriving in the center of the pit or on that balcony?
probably the balcony.
Okay.
Just because I don't know what the transport is, and I figure we can make it down the balcony just by leaping off if necessary.
Isn't there stairs there?
Oh yeah, but leaping off is quicker. And as a monk, if there's a chance to jump,
yeah,
always jump. And Pizzazz's knees can heal.
Pizzazz has a
We're just about there. You two arrive in the pit. Pizzazz, it would be your turn.
So Pizzazz,
The entire
you're
place
over
is...
with her.
Yeah. Pizzazz, it's your turn, technically.
Pizzazz will grab his broom and fly down to the center.
Cool. It's support. What Bragg actually calls to Mary. Grab the ranger. Teleport away. Get to the arena. I obey, master. And whipping their cloak around them, Dion also is engulfed in brimstone and teleports into the arena with Mary, leaving Bragg and Lanoir and Nega Bragg. Speaking of which, it is Lanoir's turn. Lanoir, I assume you fly.
I'm going to... can I grab Bragg and fly him there?
You can do, yes.
Or would that...
You'd provoke an opportunity attack from Nega Bragg.
Okay.
Who does still have an opportunity attack. Are you doing that?
I guess I'll risk it.
Okay. You watch as his... what would it be? It would be his green eye activates as you move out of his range. And he points up at you and says the first word. Sleep. Make me a wisdom saving throw as this eye just becomes an inky void of blackness.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
For the eye bite. It's a DC 21, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're going back to sleep.
DC 21.
The previous one was also a DC 21. Bragg can use his reaction though to add a D12. Oh shit! So he adds 3 as he just sort of slaps you on the behind and says, "Hey, no falling asleep at the wheel, chubby." And you crack open your eagle eyes, just making the DC 21 with Bragg's help, and continue flying on. The eye bite eye on the top of Nega Bragg's head also similarly closes and goes limp. There is still the purple one left.
All right. Well,
and he's going to charge after you.
I'll move and I'll dash to get into there as quick as I can.
Okay. You both make it. Bragg comes with you. Right, into the center. It's Dion's turn. The lair will catch up. Well, regular Bragg will catch up with you. Dion, it's your turn. Is there anything you wish to do?
Does he get a saving throw against the turning a stone at the...
Oh, shit, that's true. So, at the end of your turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I was just going to hold dodge action.
You can't dodge while you're restrained. But you can. You don't get any effects of it on your turn.
Turning to stone.
Yeah. You're trying to dodge as a rock.
Well, there's not really much I can do.
You know how good stones are at dodging things? Not very.
Yeah, Well, it depends.
You could, just in case you do turn into stone, you could strike a heroic pose and point your arrow, or hold a sword up in the air.
Hold an action to shoot it if it comes through the door and you don't turn to stone.
Actually, that's a good one. If I can manage to muster that position.
He would have been there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,
Oh,
90.
Jesus.
So you just, so that's a mark on a fail. So just stick it on your death saves that you've rolled a fail, because technically you will be dead. It's the lair, Nega Bragg, using the dash, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 50. No, he can't make it. So he throws himself down the stairs. He's going to take 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 dice 6 points of falling damage. But he does make it to you. He takes 16 points of bludgeoning damage. He's looking bloodied. But as he picks himself to his feet, that was the only way he could arrive. And you watch as his final eye, you watch as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles appear in the iris. And you can all see just barriers and realities, timelines shatter. Everyone make me a wisdom saving throw.
The hell's with the roll?
25.
Now these wisdom saves keep failing, man.
Was it a magical effect? That's right.
It is a magical effect, yes. This grafted beholder eye stock, this super soldier Bragg. So that's 2 passes and 2 fails. So, excellent. Nothing else seems to happen at that point. You can't take reactions until the spell ends. There are just 2 beams firing out from this central purplish eye. One of them is holding on, is wrapping around Lanmore's head. The other on Dion. Glack, it's your turn. Bragg has pointed into the center of the arena, and Mary is pulling on a strange-looking helmet that looks to have various arcane runes carved into it. Mary, ready?
Okay, I'm going to hop down into the center, and I'm going to cast from my dagger another charge of web against the foe Bragg to try and slow him down a touch.
Okay. Rolls a dex save. He is restrained, but it doesn't seem to matter to him. He stands there. He is engulfed in webs. He doesn't seem to care. He is focusing down on the 2 creatures that are currently trapped within his mind palace. Pizzazz.
Pizzazz is in the center of the pit at the moment.
You watch as Mary pulls on what is quite obviously a helm of teleportation. If you can just last until the end of this round, you reckon you might have a chance of escape.
Just thinking. If there's anything else I can do. Yeah, let's cast Blight on Nega Bragg.
Blight. All right, go for it. It's a con save from me, right?
Believe so. Yep, con 18.
Oh, he fails.
Takes the full 49 unless he's got resistance to necrotic.
Okay. You watch as he seems to go to one knee, and then his half-orc form just judders and breathes a final sigh. Do love half-orcs, don't I? Relentless endurance.
Yeah.
It's a support round. Bragg orders Mary. Bragg chucks Dion. Takes Dion under one hand and jumps over down into the pit, and commands Mary to hold action until Lanwar is within 5 feet and himself again, because he can't take an eagle. It's medium creatures. To activate the teleportation. Lanwar, at the start of your turn, I need you to roll me a d10, please.
Okay.
As you just feel reality break around you.
6.
Okay. You are teleported about 30 foot above the pit. So you're going to luckily fall into the path of the teleportation. However, you seem to be, your insides rent as you're sucked through a wormhole to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You take a lot of damage, I'm afraid.
Go for it.
60 force.
I mean, as long as we got his body.
And you're knocked prone.
60 force.
Yeah. Dion?
Oh, at least you're probably knocked out of your eagle form.
Yep, eagle form.
Oh, you also take 3d6 fall damage as well. Technically. Another 9 points of damage. As you begin to fall towards the group, Dion, as you start your turn, I need you to make me a d10 roll as well. And at the conclusion of this, a 9. Oh shit. This is the chill of the dark void. So Lanwar got a wormhole. This is a real cool spell. It's Reality Break. It's an 8th level spell.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So Lanwar was wormholed. You take a chill of the dark void. You take 71 points of cold damage, and you're blinded until the end of your turn. Anything you wish to do, or you just want to hold on to Bragg for dear life?
Hold on to Bragg for dear life.
Yep. At the end of your turn, make me a con save against the restrained. That's 2 failures. Just for fun, roll me one more. Roll me another one. Yep. So you're stone. As you teleport away mid-journey, Dion crystallizes into a statue. But as you rematerialize at the front door of Adventurer's Retreat, Dion quickly becoming a statue. You've made it. You've escaped. Bragg is back. Bragg streets, Bragg, all right. That's what he sings. Actually, no. I tell you what. He teleports you to Bragg's gym because it's Mary. Right. Everyone inside, eh? Protein shake. We'll heal up those wounds. Dion, you look stoned.
Yeah,
Come on, that's funny. Laugh.
I'm stoned, I can't.
And you've got a furball going dead on his feet. Well, dying at your feet as well.
Everyone inside will. You've got a lot to fill me in on.
Spare the dying.
And as you all settle down for a very, very big dinner for Bragg's homecoming.
What was that?
Yeah, there's a greater restoration. It's easy. I just hand wave that. You fix up Dion. You restore all your lost charisma and intelligence and wisdom that you got from being cursed by Buttercup. You fill Bragg in on the story. Shortly thereafter, you have a couple of turtles turn up at your door, demanding to speak to Bragg. Bragg goes to fight them, but seems off during his fight. He takes probably Pizzazz and Glack to one side and says, I fought for so long.
Sorry.
And I can't. I physically can't. I mentally am not in this space for this. It would be an honor, a true honor, if you could represent me. Glack, what do you say?
I will for part ownership of the gym.
He smiles down at you and gives you a little noogie. No.
Okay, fine. But at least I get my own punching bag.
Yeah?
Sweet.
And all the
you-
secret
you-
war you want.
You handily take care of them. They fight you one-on-one, and it's an amazing thing. And had we escaped earlier, we would have done it. But I think it's very Rocky, the end of Rocky, in that it freezes. It freeze frames with you just sort of a series of montage points of you just kicking the asses of these four turtles, and as they are sort of carted out by a couple of their entourage, you hear a, "Hey, Crack, press this button." And you just see a ghostly arm in midair, nothing else attached to it, a ghostly sort of metallic arm, robot arm, in midair, pointing at a familiar looking button just sort of sitting on a small crate.
I slapped the button
nearby.
without a second thought.
Luckily, you're outside. You also see the arm point up at the global gym sort of area, and you hear yeah, no, it's the 1812 for sure.
Yeah,
but thanks for playing. And you watch as and you sort of smile happily as fireworks go off in the distance, and screams and cheers and oohs and ahs go up as you destroy the global gym, the Ninja Turtle gym. You also receive from right beside you a small basket of like marshmallows. You watch as one of them disappears, and just a couple of bites get taken out of it from midair. You did good, Kobold brother.
Always for the kobolds. Come visit us at our sanctuary on level 1. We always have space.
I wish I could. You're doing good, Crack.
Why are you not here? I'm going to poke where the marshmallow is.
As you poke, it falls to the ground.
I catch it.
Yeah, you do. And as you look back up, there's no arm, there's no anything, no voice.
I ate the marshmallow and continue to eat the others.
Yeah, and you just sort of watch as fire brigade and all sorts and sirens. It's the city. It's Chinatown. And as you sort of watch this destruction reign, that's where we're gonna end for the day and end Glack's ultimate match. Thank you all for playing, guys. That was something. How about a big hand, especially for Ben? That was some good roleplay. I very much enjoyed that. All of you were spectacular, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of some good roleplay. Everyone, you know what? Everyone gaining inspiration. And yeah, thank you guys for playing. Thank you all very much for watching. We're gonna pick up next week actually with Pizzazz's epilogue.
Pizzazz promised me, if you come back as a lich, bring me back from the dead.
Oh, Pizzazz will bring everyone back from the dead.
Just not as they wish.
Is it Pizzazz how I killed my parents?
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. And that, kids, is how I killed your parents. Wait, what? You killed our parents? No. Da, 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 da. Yes, thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for watching. We've been Alterra, headquarters of the Mad Capitalist, and until next week, don't
The yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow. Don't accept mysterious deals with beholder crime bosses. There you go. That's your law for this week. Sayonara. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Ciao.